Ah, welcome back to Undertale. You've no idea how long I've been listening to that menu music. It starts grating. It really does. Although, full honesty, the, first time I loaded up the game today, the sound wasn't playing in it at all. I don't actually know why. It was a weird glitch, but I restarted the game and everything was fine. It's weird because this game doesn't have sound options. Like, you can't cut down the sound yourself. So, whatever was telling it to play sounds just wasn't. You know, Tricky Tony, his coding setup. Setup is a strong word for how this game is put together. Yes, we are right before heading into Asgore's throne for a second time. Storth? We, of course. Why did that turn into Storth? Of course, still have the coffins. The coffin of Ngoth. It's empty. Wonder why. That's what I named the fallen human. Here is a throne room. It is fun how it parallels the ruins here. In some places in reverse, like here. Undertale was a game made on / kept together with hopes and dreams. You're not wrong, Green Ghost. You are not wrong. Hopes, dreams, and writing no one had ever bothered to find before. This game didn't invent being meta. By God, did it introduce me to the concept. I tried and failed spectacularly to do something similar in few things I made. In one thing I made. I had a character kind of ascend beyond and start talking through the narration. But I don't think it really worked because I didn't do it long enough or really have any characters who could notice it happening. And it wasn't really in a medium where the reader could even tell that's what I was doing. Like, it was just a thing. I know my friends have read it, probably no one else. And I will never tell you where it is or how to find it. Guarantee you it's not under a name you'd recognize. Oh, back so soon. The One Piece? I mean, it's real. I think we can get much higher. How are you feeling? Excellent question. Suppose I'm ready. Ready as I'm gonna be. I see. This is it then. Hold on, Asgore, I gotta call Papyrus. Ready? I will say, the effect of the barrier here is very, very good. It looks almost like it's an endless hallway. Like, it's not a physical, for lack of a better word, barrier. it doesn't look like you literally can't... It doesn't look like a wall that you just would press up against. It looks like if I tried to walk through it, I'd just be walking forever, and then I'd turn around and I wouldn't have made any progress. Like, you need to truly break the laws of reality to make this thing not work anymore. And the effect is very otherworldly, especially in comparison to the pixel art of the rest of the game. I think it is still technically being done with pixel art, but it doesn't look like it, you know? It's like what you thought Gojo's Infinity was. I mean, that is essentially how his ability works, isn't it? Well, kind of the opposite. His thing works by, the closer that something gets to him, the slower it starts to move. Which is Infinity in a Achilles and the Tortoise kind of way, which they constantly make reference to. This would be more Infinity in a Zero kind of way. That any progress you make doesn't actually exist. Whereas the other, you're still making progress, it's just... essentially, the distance you have to travel is increasing faster than you can progress. Clay just spawns a wall because of a Shibuya clip you saw. No. He can... here's the thing, he can increase its power if he wants to. And if you're caught between that Infinity and a wall, and he walks towards you, then it can squish you, which he does do to one of the more durable characters in the series, actually. And they're just goo when he's done. Like, it's not a literal wall, but it's to the point where they're going to be backing up faster than they're moving forward, and the wall they are against will crush them. It's just the force of the Infinity is still crushing. It looks like a wall, because there is a certain point where stuff slows down so much, it doesn't look like it's moving anymore. Don't worry, you've read JJK, you're not like most fans? Ah. Fair enough. A lot of people have only seen it through clips, and clips of people reacting to the manga. Or clips of people reacting to the anime. But I read it, and it's pretty good. I'm very excited to see what Gege does next, is my opinion at the end. Like with the creator of Hunter x Hunter, Yu Yu Hakusho ended in a way that satisfied basically no one. Like, even the writer wasn't in love with the last part he did, which is actually why the last arc isn't animated at all. It just kind of just went back to being a gag manga for the final arc, and it was kind of unfitting. But then, after Yu Yu Hakusho, he did Hunter x Hunter, and that, I mean, Hunter x Hunter is still going, but Hunter x Hunter inspired long mainstays in anime and manga. Hell, even JJK's creator is largely inspired by it in a lot of ways. So, maybe we'll see history repeat itself, but only in the good ways, not in the spend years not making it at a time sometimes way. But that's enough tangent. 6 souls. Ba, 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 da, 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 na 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 na. Human. It was nice to meet you. Goodbye. Ah, 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 ah. What a miserable creature, torturing such a poor, innocent youth. Now we're really paralleling the beginning. How did people play Undertale, get to this part, and think, I want to make a game of the funny Bone Man? See, the thing is, people didn't play the game and get to this part, and say they wanna, and think, I want to make a game of the funny Bone Man. They played and got to the funny Bone Man's not-so-funny part, and said, I want to make a game of the funny Bone Man. Because, narratively, so, like, early on it was just rumors, you know? If you kill everyone, Sans will actually fight back. What? Sans, the Papyrus's brother who takes nothing seriously? Yeah, sure. Then you play some of these parts and you see, hey, he kinda knows stuff, and then you see something like, it's raining somewhere, and tells you, you'd be dead where you stand if not for that promise, and I imagine at least one or two people heard that and said, I want to see that. Bet. Some people have pointed out, Sans' fight is the reason people want to play the genocide route. In a weird way, his final stand trying to protect his world is what gets it destroyed. If he didn't do anything, and there was just no satisfying ending to that fight, no satisfying ending to anything you did after Undyne, would anyone bother? Some would, but with nothing to look forward to, nothing to find, it's a point where you'd stop, right? Sure, there's still people who'd go through with it. Yeah. Thing is, the people who didn't go through with it themselves, I'll admit, I've never finished a genocide run, because I just don't have any fun, and that's why I play video games. I also play it to think critically about plot elements, but, again, there's not a lot to critically think about. The only character with any kind of development during that route, well, there are characters, but really, the star of the show is me. And not in a good way. It's kind of a sickening mirror that I'm forcing myself to stare into. How far I'm willing to go out of curiosity. I understand. I have since seen the Undertale Yellow genocide route. It doesn't hold up that same kind of mirror to you. It more kind of goes by the idea of how far are you willing to stretch your idea of justice to get justice on the only person who actually deserves it. Genocide kills you with boredom? There's ways around the boredom, but it's still very tedious. Well, you can make it a little better with the frisk dance, like I said. The frisk dance essentially jacks up your encounter rate. Ugh. Yeah, burpees. Genocide and Undertale Yellow just... I don't know, I was feeling bad even in the Martlet fight. And then the Soroba fight, and I do not feel good just gunning down Starlo. And you fight Soroba, and it's to the point that it's actually fucking unfair. And I'm to understand Zenith Martlet, the fight after that, the actual fight. You do also fight Axis, who... it's less a fight, more a spectacle. Like, it's apparently not that bad. The Zenith Martlet apparently is that bad, and there's a lot of fights where... there's a lot of her attacks where it's genuinely RNG if you're going to be able to dodge them or not. And, as unfair as Sans' fight is... it's not RNG. It's just asking a lot of you. And, well, actually, what that fight does is... it wants you to stop fighting it. It wants you to stop. Which is kinda why it's... the Sans fight is kind of the reverse of the Knight. The Knight is, here's something unfair, and here's everyone telling you you can still do it anyways. You can still win. You can break through the unfairness of this. And also, they balance patched it a little, so it's not unfair in ways that, it didn't mean to be. Like with the sword tunnel. But the Sans fight is, this is unfair. Stop trying. There is no reward for you if you complete this. Stop it. It wants you to stop. Everyone tells you to stop. There's no part of the game that encourages you to keep doing what you're doing. Because there's no good reason other than curiosity to keep doing what you're doing. And that's a fun theme of it, I think. You're the only one making that happen. You are inviting that pain upon yourself. Whereas, the Knight, you are encouraged to do it because of the crystal. There is a tangible, real reward. Yeah, but I'm Tangent. I am Tangent. What a miserable creature torturing such a poor, innocent youth. Do not be afraid, my child. It is I, Toriel, your friend and guardian. At first, I thought I would let you make your journey alone. But I could not stop worrying about you. How sweet. Your adventure must have been so treacherous. And ultimately, it would burden you with a horrible choice. To leave this place, you would have to take the life of another person. You would have to defeat Asgore. However, I realized I cannot allow that. It is not right to sacrifice someone simply to let someone leave here. Is that not what I have been trying to prevent this whole time? So, for now, let us suspend this battle. As terrible as Asgore is, he deserves mercy too. Tori, you came back. Do not Tori me, dreamer. Oh, his face. Asgore never catches a break. You pathetic whelp. You really wanted to free our kind. You could have gone through the barrier after you got one soul. Taken 6 souls from the humans, then come back and freed everyone peacefully. mean, you say peacefully, he would still have to go kill 6 more humans. But maybe he could just go out and find humans who fucking deserved it. Here, it's random strangers who probably don't. At least most of them probably don't. I know, Ballerina had dust. But instead, you made everyone live in despair. Because you would rather wait here, meekly hoping another human never comes. Yeah. He can't even argue against it. He knows damn well that's why he did it.
Tori, you're right. I am a miserable creature. But do you think we can at least be friends again?
No, Asgore. Oh. Asgore, human. Nobody fight each other. Everyone's gonna make friends, or else I'll... I love Toriel's face, like, oh, hello, new friend. Hello, I am Toriel. Are you the human's friend? It is nice to meet you. Yeah? Nice to meet you. Asgore, is that your ex? It's just a neutral. Jeez. That's rough, buddy. Hey. Nobody hurt each other. Oh, are you another friend? I am Toriel. Hello. Hi. There's 2 of them. There's 2 of them. Hey, nobody fight anyone. If anyone fights anyone, then I'll be forced to ask Undyne to help. Hello. Oh, hello, your majesty. A human. Did Asgore shave? 2 Asgores? The virus actually just can't tell the difference. And clone himself?
Hey guys, what's up?
That voice. Oh, Asgore's face. Undyne, Alfie's oh god. Hello, I think we may know each other?
Hey, I recognize your voice too.
Oh, is this motherfucker? Oh, Asgore's already crying again. And it's like, oh man, no. So nice to meet you.
Name's Sans.
Yeah, Asgore immediately caught on. Alfie's is awkward. Undyne's feeling bad for Asgore. Asgore's crying. Papyrus doesn't fully understand what's going on.
And, same.
Happens twice between 2 universes. Ah, yeah. God. That little, there. The, Sans Deltarune theory's true, which, again, it looks like every time it's getting more true. Sans is having to act like he didn't know what she looked like, or what her name was. There's a little, is a bit. Oh, wait, then. This must be your brother, Papyrus. Greetings, Papyrus. It is so nice to finally meet you. Aww. Your brother has told me so much about you. Wowie! I can't believe Asgore's clone knows who I am. This is the best day of my life. Hey, Papyrus. What does a skeleton tile his roof with? Snow-proof roof tiles? Oh, no. No, silly. A skeleton tiles his roof with... This is the one that was circled at the beginning of the game in her joke book. Shingles! I changed my mind! This is the worst day of my life! His face. On Asgore, it's gonna be okay. There are plenty of fish in the sea. Yeah, Asgore. Undyne's totally right about that fish thing. Sometimes you just gotta, stop going after furry boss monsters and, this is an oddly specific thing to say, Alphys. Just get to know a really cute fish. Undyne's looking like, wait, what the fuck is she talking about? Was she, like, into Asgore? That's weird. That's like being into my dad. It's a metaphor. Yeah, sure, okay. Well, I think it's a good analogy. Oh my god. Will you two just smooch already? The audience is dying for some romantic action. Hey, Mettaton's fixed. Hey, Mettaton, you can only afford to see my leg. Mettaton does not show up unless he gets paid, darlings. Hey, shut up. And the nerve of that guy. Right, Alphys? What is Asgore's face? Wait, did the royal scientist start banging the head of my royal guard and I didn't know? Happened like an hour ago, Asgore. The banging hasn't started yet, though. Alphys? No. He's right. Let's do it. It's a weird time for it. Well, I guess, if you want to, then I don't know anything back. Awkward as shit. Wait! Not in front of the human! What is this? What are any of these faces going on here? Right. So sorry, I got a little carried away there. They look like maybe 6. Hee hee hee. Of course, Papyrus goes up normal, Sans goes down and then comes out from on top. My child, it seems as if you must stay here for a while. Looking at all the great friends you have made, I think you will be happy here. Hey, that reminds me. Papyrus, you called everyone here, right? Well, besides, her. Do wonder how Toriel got here. So, what I think happened is Toriel actually came to that decision either way. It's just that she came to it slightly too late in the normal timeline. In the neutral timeline, because you don't have the True Lab and the Alphys date to eat up a little more of the Asgore fight time. I'm trying to figure out why. And that is the best explanation I can come up with. Because she did come out of the ruins on her own in the neutral route. And I'm guessing this is the reason. Just by going back and doing this, it buys enough time in the narrative to make this happen. Anyway, I got here before you. How'd you know how to call everybody? Let's just say, a tiny flower helped me. A tiny flower? Oh. Look here. Asgore wrapped up. 2 of them. 2 of them crossed even. Undyne too, she's struggling hard. Undyne is struggling the hardest to break free. You can see her flexing against it. Toriel looks like it's tearing up her sleeves a little with how it looks. Alphys is the only other one who knows about Flowey. Yeah, Alphys literally, like... Alphys... Oh, I didn't even realize I've been talking to you, new challenger, because... So, you don't have a default chat color on Twitch? so it's random every time, and colors are usually how I discern it. Uses the same color as green ghosts on my screen. On other screens, it's gonna look different. Yeah, no. Yeah, like we were talking about. Alphys would know she made Flowey. And hell, she might have made Flowey before he made any proper saves. So it's possible she knows about him in every timeline, at least a little bit. Knows that he's out there and sentient. Maybe not all the insane shit he's done. Yeah, it's going along. Toriel held down there. Sans is held. But he's pretty bound. Doesn't look like too much he can do. Alphys is held at an angle just because of her posture. But Papyrus, he is wrapped the hell up. Like, way more than everyone else. In way more locations. And of course, that would lead into Vine theory. That, Papyrus is the most dangerous one here. In theory. If he had the will to do so, which I don't see him ever wanting to, Papyrus could kill. Better than anyone here. And I think Flowey is scared that this could be pushing Papyrus far enough to maybe not kill him, but still stop him. I would love to... Hell, I'd love to write out a scenario where Flowey actually just gets completely bodied by Papyrus over and over again. And he can't reload. He's not reloading, though, because Papyrus isn't killing him. He's just knocking him the fuck out and putting him in something. Hell, maybe it gets to the point that Papyrus finally puts him in something he can't get out of, and he has to reload and try a different approach to get past Papyrus.
Idiots. While you guys were having your little powwow, I took the human souls.
Plot twist, Papyrus is the Kenpachi / Toto of the UTDR verses. Kenpachi is from Bleach, right? I've never seen Bleach. But I think I know enough about Kenpachi to know what you're saying. Toto, Toto JJK. Okay. I was like, I was drawing a little bit of a blank. I was like, Toto, JJK. Yep, I talked about JJK earlier. The one who, despite not being the main character, arguably puts in the most work to stop the bad guy.
Now, not only are those under my power, but all of your friends' souls are gonna be mine too! Hee hee hee. You know what the best part is? It's all your fault. It's all because you made them love you. All the time you spent listening to them, encouraging them, caring about them. Without that, they wouldn't have come here. And now, with their souls and the humans together, I will achieve my real form. Huh? Why am I still doing this? Don't you get it? This is all just a game. If you leave the underground satisfied, you'll win the game. If you win, you won't want to play with me anymore. And what would I do then? This game between us will never end. I'll hold victory in front of you, just within reach. And then tear it away just before you grasp it.
Frisk talks more often in True Pacifism? Yeah. I think it's because ultimately that is who Frisk is meant to be as a character. Frisk is meant to not want to kill anyone. And so when we act more like Frisk, I imagine Frisk has more control. In some way. I think could be an interesting parallel in Chris later, if on a route where we continue acting as Chris more or less wants, Chris actually, to some extent, takes more control and acts more like themselves. I think could be interesting. Okay, think something with this, it's just a game mentality will show up in Deltarune 2, in a different way, either with the Knight or with Gaster. I see more with the Knight, because the only way I personally see Gaster making any kind of appearance in the story itself is he appears almost as a bit of a reward to the player who is so interested in him. And he does it kind of as a, alright, let's see. I want to know what you'll do if you see me. I think this could be interesting. Because you're apparently fascinated with me, and I find that very flattering. So let's see where this goes. Because if you look at the, Gaster tweets, he's kinda into that. He is... people have pointed out that, player X Gaster, it seems like Gaster is the one initiating it, if anything. With some of those Gaster tweets they put out, it's like... I don't know, it feels like he's more into it than self-insert people are. Knight treats it like a game, Gaster treats it like a story to connect with people with. Yeah. It leads into... I've kind of refined my Knight theory. I almost wonder if the Knight is Des, to that. I wonder if the Knight is meant as an example of escapism going too far. That Des has literally escaped from her own life to the point that she's only even exists in the fantasy in any real way. Look, she literally exists outside of it, but she only is known within the fantasy, because she has escaped from everything. With Deltarune's themes of escapism and healthy escapism. I almost wonder if she is the exact pinnacle of complete unhealthy escapism. And her treating everything as a game being almost more literal. It is a game she's playing. But Gaster treats it as a game because it literally is a video game. She treats it as a game because she doesn't treat reality as mattering. And I personally think that her willingness to risk the roaring is some kind of hubris. That she thinks she's got the Black Knife, which seems to be the finest weapon to exist to counter the Titans. Because sure enough, even Chris using a minuscule portion of it is able to rip one of them to shreds. The only thing stopping it is its defense form, which... again, with proper support from Gerson and Susie, things just gone. I imagine the Knight with the entirety of the weapon, all of it at once. I see her thinking she can just ruin as many Titans as would come out during the roaring. That she thinks she's above it. And it might be interesting to see her be wrong. But yes, I see Gaster... Gaster values the player so much because we're theoretically the only people on his level. And I find that almost like Gaster still having some level of hubris too. Because no matter how high Gaster reaches, a dedicated player could make Gaster do literally anything if they really wanted to. And in fact, you can say he's already been made a puppet of the players because of all the different versions of him that are nothing like who he is. And the thing is, in the grand scheme of things, those versions are just as real as that one. to us, those versions are just as real as the one in the game. Maybe people value that one more, but still a fictional character. Anyway, tell your own talk. Back to the game right in front of me.
Then tear it away just before you grasp it. Over and over and over. Listen,
What is that face?
if you do defeat me, I'll give you your happy ending. I'll bring your friends back. I'll destroy the barrier. Everyone will finally be satisfied. But that won't happen. You. I'll keep you here no matter what. Even if it means killing you 1,000,000 times.
I should do the face slip thing like that one Kirby villain. Face slip thing. I'm not full sure I know what you mean. Ow. Owie. Owie. Slit cut in half? Ah. Typo. Okay. He did kind of do that a little bit there. Fire to block the friendliness pellets. Oh yeah, that was one small plot hole I noticed in Undertale Yellow. Is that, it's very small and you could explain it away. So, in the neutral route of the Steamworks, Fly gives you the friendliness pellets as a weapon. But, the start of Undertale, he talks like he's making that name up right then and there.
Like, little white friendliness pellets.
Like, squinting like he just thought of it. It's small, and I don't blame them for not noticing. I'm just a pain. And, that one Kirby villain, do you mean how that kind of happens when Meta Knight's mask gets cut in half? I almost said Metaton. He's obviously caught here, but he's not on screen.
Do not be afraid, my child. No matter what happens, we will always be there to protect you.
Little heal. Bone, spear. That's right, human! You can win! Jester thing. Oh yeah, marks. Sad that Toriel and Asgore never know the truth about Fly. At least don't remember it whenever it happens. Based on the alarm clock dialogue, which I might show after I win this, it sounds like they do never find out. Just do what I would do. Believe in you! Believe in the me who believes in the human! Row, row, fight the power. Thanks, Pappy. Hey, human, if you got past me, you can do anything. Now don't worry. We're with you all the way.
Huh? You haven't beaten this guy yet? Come on, this weirdo's got nothing on you.
It's interesting that if Flowey doesn't have a soul, then he can't have a level of violence. Which, granted, it's never confirmed what KR actually is. There's deleted dialogue of it standing for karmic retribution. But that aspect specifically might not work on Flowey simply because he doesn't have a soul, and therefore can't really have karma. I wonder if his mercy skip would work. Again, it's a headcanon thing that Sans' technique there, where you don't get any mercy invincibility, is because he literally has no mercy for you. Or if there is literally no part of you that deserves mercy. It's interesting ways to question it. By lightning! It would be funny if Flowey got hit by one bone and just died instantly due to all the karma. Well, that's also not how it works, because in the current timeline, karma doesn't seem to stack between timelines. Like, if he got hit by it here, it wouldn't do any more than a bone would normally do. In theory, because he hasn't killed anyone yet. Like, if he could have a level of violence at all, it would still be 1 right now. As far as we know. He's apparently let things be and not killed anyone for a while.
Technically, it's impossible for you to beat him.
You'd be surprised, Alphys. This is the only time we see Alphys seemingly make bullets. There's the little lightning bolts.
But somehow I know you can do it.
Human, for the future of humans and monsters, you have to stay determined.
You throwing the words you said to your dying child back at me? Hear those every time I almost die, but...
Here with you too, la la la. Come on, you got this.
You've got to win, you can do it, Ribbit.
No! Unbelievable! This can't be happening! You... I can't believe you're all so stupid! All of your souls are mine! Something's going wrong here! Good sound. Good girl.
Hello, small child. Have you seen a homicidal flower anywhere? Oh, testing your little fingers? Laughing a bit?
Finally. I was so tired of being a flower.
Oh, that's not good.
Howdy.
That's not good either.
Ungoth, are you there? It's me, your best friend. Azrael Dreamer.
Which, fun fact, is an anagram for serial murderer. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. It's the end. Needs to be another name drop like that in Deltarune, yeah. Something like that. Nah. Hopes and dreams goaded. Song.
Human, I know I was trying to kill you 5 minutes ago, but this isn't a good situation for the both of us.
Yeah. Azrael Dreamer in Rainbow. So, I brought this up a bit when I was talking about the night. But this is truly how a very small child pictures a very strong person. Looking like their parents. But also having cool swords and lasers. Azrael Dreamer, infinite attack, infinite defense. The absolute god of hyperdeath. That's also how a child would describe something strong. Azrael charges Shocker Breaker. Hope. You held on to your hopes. You reduced how much damage you'll take this turn.
You know, I don't care about destroying this world anymore.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Azrael calls on Chaos Saber. Dream. Feeling about why you're here now. And feel the empty space in your inventory get smaller and smaller.
After I defeat you and gain total control over the timeline.
I think the fallen human is hyping up Azrael here. I think the fallen human's the one who knows the name of all these attacks. I'm betting the fallen human's the one who helped them come up with all this. Because like a lot of people... Also note, the narrator knows the names of Azrael's attack names. Almost like they've heard them before. This is the first time Frisk meets. Yep, beat you to it. Yep. So, I, like a lot of people, headcanon that this is more or less what Azrael looked like when he took in the fallen human's soul. And that I think they collaborated on these attack names and even on this design before it happened. Because when it's just a plan, it's not so bad. When they actually had to try to go through with it, it becomes a lot scarier. I just want to reset everything. Owie. Azrael charges Shocker Breaker. Items filled with dreams. All your progress. Everyone's memories. I'll bring them all back to zero. Have you ever seen... I've seen it, and it's genuinely terrifying to watch the almost, the quote-unquote no-hit run of this fight. It's only an almost no-hit, because there is an attack that you literally can't dodge. Okay, Azrael, you're gonna look so cool when you take my soul. You'll be like the coolest kid around. First of all, you're gonna get the same kind of robe Mom wears, because obviously she's the strongest monster here. Yeah, obviously. But let's add some shoulder pads, like with Dad. Or maybe that's a back cape. Hard to tell from this angle. Because Dad also cool, and you want to look cool. And he's got the heart locket, too. Which one of them is it? Both, probably. And your horns are gonna grow out some. What do you think, her beard's cool? Dad's beard is cool, but I don't know, I don't know. Maybe the little marks on your face, how about these? Oh, and your eyes will turn, your silhouette will turn black. Face paint too, can't forget it. That is one interpretation. Some people think it's supposed to be like the hints of facial hair, because that's also what color Asgore's is, but it being face makeup because they thought it would look cool is equally great. Of course, Kara thinks highly of Toriel. They even take her speech patterns. Yeah. Kara greets with greetings. As they're already star-blazing. We can do everything all over again. Owie. Owie, owie. You ate the butterscotch pie. HP maxed out. You know what the best part of all this is? Also, Toriel is the strongest monster, and Kara has an obsessive mindset on being strong. Yeah. You'll do it. Here's the thing. Oh, nice laser. Calls on Chaos Saber. Yeah. We'll definitely go learn a bit more about the first fallen human after all this, because there's plenty of shit to learn about there. Items filled with dreams. Then you'll lose to me again. Oh yeah, the thing is, Azrael's right about a lot of this. And to some extent, some people have argued this. I'm of two minds about it. Do you think that if you lost during this fight, it should have actually made the game reset and you had to play back to the point to have this happen again? Ezra's mindset right now reflects on a player's mindset, wanting to reset so he can play the game again, representing how Flowey and Azrael is symbolic of a player. Yes, Flowey is meant to parallel the player more than anyone, I think. Nice combo, do they make it for men? That would have been an... Yeah, here's the thing. One option is, that does narratively go with what they're doing, but the other option is, God, it would be annoying to have to do all that again. But it also would have let you experience a lot of the deja vu aspects of the game, which could have been interesting. Because in a normal pacifist run, if you did it from the get-go, you're not going to get to see a lot of that. I'm of two minds. I think it would have been interesting, but I think I understand ultimately why they didn't go through with it. Because I imagine there was some conversation of if they should have that happen or not. Would have been interesting the first time, yeah. But then again, this fight isn't so difficult that you can't first time it. The big problem is that spaces out how often you can practice the fight, so they would have had to make the fight tricky, but not so tricky on that you can't do it a second or, at absolute worst, a third try. But at the same time, you kind of want them to lose the first time, so this can go through. Maybe have Azrael do less damage each time you go through it would have been the only sort of way to make this work. Oh no, it'd be a pain in the ass to actually play the game. Good for the narrative, but annoying as hell. Yeah, but I wonder if the sacrifice would have been worth it, and I'm of two minds. I think doing it as a player blindly the first time, I would have hated it, but I think I would have appreciated it more in the long run as a narrative tool. And I have that opinion about a lot of things I do. And you lose to me again. I like how unnatural Azrael actually moves here, showing that he's not really in his own body. He's just kind of imitating what his body used to look like. But he still kind of acts like Flowey with his weird morphing. And again. You do have busted-ass abilities and items in this fight. It's pretty easy to get through it without dying, if you understand how it works, and know the patterns, at least somewhat. And again! That one's really hard to dodge, but there is a way. Azrael just wills himself. Another thing about this fight is it's meant to be a victory lap. Azrael is saying this reflects on his warped mindset, what he wants to happen. The point is that Frisk is so determined he can't. Frisk just wills himself back to life because they don't want to lose. Here's the thing, I think on some level, I do agree with that to some extent, but at the same time, I don't think it's right to devalue the player's power here. Because the player is meant to be the source of Frisk's literally endless determination. I think I'm with Zarla on this one. She did, this one really good comic of it. Of taking the last hit, but it's sort of being the player shielding Frisk from the last bit of damage that would kill them. The soul refusing to die, I suppose, can be Frisk, but I like that one specifically being me. I don't want to this is still my choices to let this happen. Because you want a happy ending. Yeah, I do. Whoop, whoop. Concept is cool, but the player really does not want to have to replay the whole game again. Yeah, like I said, I ultimately understand why that decision was not made. And I think I agree with it in the long run. I agree that my first time playing, I would have fucking hated it. And hell, even on repeat plays, it might be annoying, I fucked up. For this stream would be a pain. The thought of it being Karu helps take the last hit, but being the player also works. I think it's up to interpretation. The determination, the dream became true. Like I said, you have infinite access to absurdly busted healing in this fight. So long as you understand how it works, it's not that difficult in theory. This fight is like a three-way effort between Frisker and the actual player. Yeah. Because you love your friends. I am not fully decided on a grown Azrael voice, and I know it. Owie. Dream came true, because you never give up. Oh, he's fucking with his own pattern this time. Okay, that being in there makes it not quite as fair. This fight is also supposed to not quite be fair. Isn't that delicious? The determination, the power lets you get this far. It's gonna be your downfall. Dream. It's not fair on both sides. Yeah, Azrael literally can't win, but I can make infinite stuff, but I also can't damage Azrael or affect him really in any way right now. Now, enough messing around. Time to purge this timeline once and for all. I think getting to... Oh yeah, Hyper Goner. Does this remind you of anything I've done recently? Even after that attack, you're still standing in my way? Wow, you really are something special. Doesn't this look familiar? I think your girlfriend tried something similar. Just copied its whole flow. But don't get cocky. Word for word, bar for bar. Up until now, I've only been using a fraction of my real power. Yeah, literal child playing at power. Playing at godhood. Let's see what good your determination is against this. Now, the little caveat I'd give, another little caveat I'd give to this part is... I'd say if you get to this part, let it be over and done with. First, casually surviving timeline erasure. Can't move your body. You read One Piece, didn't you? That's the only reason you'd make a weird-ass laugh like that. Behold my true power. Doesn't this song sound familiar? I've been listening to the, to Black Knife kinda on repeat. This does remind me of the opening of Black Knife. Yeah. Wide, Earl. Yeah, he did get all wide there for a sec. Well, yeah, I think if you get to this part in my hypothetical version, you get to have this happen here. But it refused. Can't move your body. I can feel it. Every time you die, your grip on this world slips away. Homegirl Death stole his sweater, his jacket, his star motif, his ultimate attack, and his theme. She also stole his goddamned retainer, which I think is the most egregious on this list. Gotta give the kid some slack, he doesn't know any good transitions. Friends forget you a little more every time you die. Your life will end here in a world where no one remembers you. The whole world is ending. Yeah, I can't even move to other options. Can't move your body. Bill, you're hanging on? That's fine. In a few moments, you'll forget everything too. That attitude will serve you well in your next life. Whole world is ending. Can't move your body. Still? Come on. Show me what good your determination is now. Yep. But it refused. Can't move your body. Nothing happened. You struggle. Nothing happened. You tried to reach your save file. Nothing happened. That line, that threat, combined with the name Hyper Goner. What fans speculate about Goner Kid. Some fans speculate about a possible connection to that. Not to mention potential connections with Flowey, Azrael, and Gaster. I'll admit I'm curious. I'm not familiar with this theory. Keep tossing your friendliness pellets, bitch. Tried again to reach your save file. Nothing happened. Seems saving the game really is impossible. But maybe, with little power you have, you can save something else. Save. It's... huh? It's just... hang on. Save. Who to save firstest? Let's get your parents in here first. Reached out to Azrael's soul, called out to your friends. They're in there somewhere, aren't they? Within the depths of Azrael's soul, something's resonating. The lost souls appeared. You mean you don't want to save them? Don't be rash. Reference. You tell the lost soul you prefer butterscotch instead of cinnamon. Somehow, she faintly recalls hearing this before. It's for your own good.
Forgive me for this.
Blech. Lost souls stand there. You tell the lost soul that you won't hurt him, no matter what. Something about this is so familiar to him.
It's my duty.
No one will leave again. Blech. Hug. You hug the lost soul and tell her that you're going to see her again. Something about this is so familiar to her. Tell the lost soul that you're going to save everyone. Something stirs within him. It's all flooding back. Your fate is up to you now.
You are our future.
Feel something faintly resonating within Azrael. Saved. Undyne and Alfie's next. In the depths of Azrael's soul, something's resonating. The lost soul appears. Oh, Undyne's by herself. I did not remember that. Clash. You clashed against the lost soul with all your might. They processed that Azrael is here doing this. I think they did, but they're just not going to remember it afterwards, because they don't have the determination to remember it through a timeline that's kind of being overwritten. He feels your fighting spirit, somehow familiar. All humans will die. Fake hit. Tap the lost soul lightly. Something about the way you fight is familiar to her. You're a real enemy. Lost soul stands there. Recipe. You ask the lost soul to teach you how to cook. You can feel the age in Undyne's sprite. Yeah. Girl, what is that posture? Well, some humans are okay, I guess. Alphys. In the depths of Azrael's soul, something's resonating. Lost soul appeared. Quiz. You ask the lost soul for help on a quiz question. She barely holds back from giving you the answer. You hate me, don't you? It's interesting she just reuses Metaton's attacks here, but I guess Metaton wouldn't work as well. Call. You call the lost soul on the phone. Interesting how she's in her date outfit. Yeah. She wasn't in it when she was captured. I guess she was when we became friends for the most part. Like, for real. She starts to sweat. She doesn't know why. This all seems very familiar. I keep lying. Ah. No doubt. You ask the lost soul what her favorite cartoon is. Suddenly, the memories are flooding back.
That's not true. My friends like me, and I like you too.
You have something strongly resonating with Azrael. Interesting that he stopped attacking at this point. Within the depths of Azrael's soul, something's resonating. Lost souls appeared. Puzzle. You ask the lost soul for help with a puzzle. He doesn't know why, but he really wants to help you. I must capture a human!
Let's give up. I did.
Ah! As interesting as Sans, it's very possible Sans isn't attacking here because he's completely given up still. Of course what Sans is saying, yeah. Crossword. Tell the lost soul you think that jumble is tougher than crosswords. Only time his text appears like that, where it's kind of shaking. Seems to have some dim recollection of this fact.
Why even try?
And everyone will. Invincible for a while. You told the lost soul a bad pun about skeletons. He seems to hate it. The other lost soul seems to like it.
Never see him again.
Yeah, you'll never see him again. Never see who again? Take a break. You ask the lost soul to take a break from fighting with you. It nods its head solemnly. Seems like it will. Wait, you're my friend! I could never capture you!
I'm rooting for you, kid.
Feel your friend's soul's resonating within Azrael. Save someone else. Strangely, what if the soul doesn't like the that doesn't like the joke is Sans, but Papyrus is the one who likes it? That'd be interesting, but I think we're supposed to take that at face value. And someone else, yeah. Your friends remembered you. Something else began resonating within the soul, stronger and stronger. Seems there's still one last person that needs to be saved. But who? Suddenly you realize. You reach out and call their name. Huh? What are you doing? Bum 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 bum. Yeah, their name, not his, their name. As I've set the timeline, Ngoth's name. Feel your friend's souls resonating within Azrael. Save Azrael Dreamer. What did you do? What's this feeling? What's happening to me? Oh no. I don't need anyone, because how would Frisk remember this memory? Yeah, Stop it. Get away from me. Do you hear me? I'll tear you apart. Owie. Once again, the narrator goes silent. I think the narrator was already saved. Yes. You know why I'm doing this? I keep fighting to keep you around. Just like your mother. Doing this because you're special, Ngoth. The only one that understands me. Patented Dreamer Teardrop Attack. The only one who's any fun to play with anymore. Oh. That's not just it. Doing this because I care about you and Goth. Care about you more than anybody else. Not ready for this to end. Not ready for you to leave. Not ready to say goodbye to someone like you again. Oh, please. Stop doing this. Just let me win. No, you don't, you little bastard. Stop it. Stop it now. I ain't stopping. Get you, edgelord. You alright, little human? As a real dreamer. How low it gets is comical, frankly. Goth. I'm so alone in Goth. Interesting, even though I have healing going off, it's not actually increasing the health back up. Probably as a debug. I'm so afraid in Goth. Goth, Do you think we're going to get an even more direct the player helps the characters moment a la Earthbound? Keep praying. I need to play Earthbound at some point. I'm so sorry. I always was a crybaby, wasn't I, Ngoth? I know. What do you know? You're not actually Ngoth, are you? Ngoth's been gone for a long time. What is your name? Frisk? That's a nice name. Look how small he is. How small even his facial sprite is. Ezreal's half right. Frisk. I haven't felt like this for a long time. As a flower, I was soulless. I lacked the power to love other people. However, with everyone's souls inside me, I only have my own compassion back. I can feel every other monster's as well. They all care about each other so much. And they care about you too, Frisk. Wish I could tell you how everyone feels about you. Virus, Sans, Undyne, Alphys. Toriel. You can say Mom if you really want to. Monsters are weird. Even though they barely know you. Feels like they all really love you. Frisk, I understand if you can't forgive me. I understand if you hate me. It's so strange and horrible. It hurt you. Hurt so many people. Friends, family, bystanders. There's no excuse for what I've done. I don't know, kid. If I literally couldn't feel anything, even if I wanted to help people anyways, like, there's a point where I just would lose all sense. You're stuck down here, even when you did everything right. You're still stuck down here for fucking ever. I don't know if I'm in a position to judge. I feel like I would have gone insane even faster than you did. What? Chris, come on. You're gonna make me cry again. Besides, even if you do forgive me, can't keep these souls inside of me. Yeah, but I can tell you feel bad enough to do it yourself. Least I can do is return them. Maybe do one more thing first. But first, something I have to do.
Right now I can feel everyone's hearts beating as one. We're all burning with the same desire. It's everyone's power. It's everyone's determination. It's time for monsters to finally go free.
I don't know this track. I genuinely don't know what it's called. It's not much of a track, to be fair. Yeah! The barrier was destroyed. Thank you, Jesus Goat.
Risk. I have to go now. Without the power of everyone's souls, I can't keep maintaining this form. In a little while, I'll turn back into a flower. I'll stop being myself. Stop being able to feel love again. So, Frisk, it's best if you just forget about me, okay? Let's go be with the people who love you.
Little hug.
Ha. Ha. I don't want to let go.
It's normal.
Risk. You're going to do a great job, okay? No matter what you do, everyone will be there for you, okay? Well, my time's running out. Goodbye. By the way, Frisk, take care of Mom and Dad for me, okay?
Ah. Risk. It's all just a bad dream. Please, wake up. Oh, you are awake. Thank goodness.
We were so worried. Felt like you were out forever.
Any longer and I would have freaked out. Tell us next time you decide to take a nap, okay?
Yeah, you made Papyrus cry like a baby.
What? I didn't cry. I don't cry. I just caught something in my eye.
What'd you catch?
Tears.
Oh no. The important part is that Frisk is alright. Here, Frisk. Why not drink some tea? It'll make you feel better.
How about we give them space first? They must be very exhausted. Though, from what, I am not certain. Frisk, we do not remember exactly what happened. There was a flower and then everything went white. Now the barrier is gone. When you are ready, we will all return to the surface. Toriel, we've had enough space already. Yeah. Seems the door to the east will lead us there now. But before then, perhaps you might want to take a walk? You can say goodbye to all of your wonderful friends. Do as you wish, we will all wait for you here. Hello, Frisk. Alfie's upgraded my phone. I am having a lot of fun with the texting feature.
Sans, check out this one.
Oh man, Tori. That's brutal.
I can't believe the Queen has returned. And also that she's a huge dork. You two are 2 feet away from each other. Why are you texting? Worry not, Papyrus. We are texting for a good reason. Why is that?
Well, because we're huge dorks.
Sans, please do not say that. You are not a dork. You are more of a bonehead. Wow! Those puns are even less funny coming from her.
Why are you smiling?
It's a pity smile. Do not feel left out. I have been writing messages to you as well. You still have my phone number after all this time. Do you not? How about you go look around before we go? Seeing how many good friends you've made here, I'm almost certain you must have made some more.
Virus finally caught on.
Yes, Tori was telling me how she made beef scotch pie for you.
Oh, I should bake it for everyone sometime.
Cool.
Oh, sounds really good. Cooking? Can I help?
Wait a second. Can I help too?
Certainly. It'll be fun to cook together.
I'm saying that. Maybe I'll order a pizza. Smart choice, Alphys, but, I don't know. With Tori, I think... Here's the thing. I feel like one stern look from Toriel, and Undyne immediately starts following directions. And I feel like even a small amount of gentle direction will lead Papyrus to being really, really good at cooking. I think even some gentle instruction will help him. He's just doing this because he's bad at cooking because he thinks this is what good cooking is, because in his head, Undyne can't be wrong about it. Because Undyne is everything he aspires to. So I think with Toriel giving him even the most gentle of directions about, oh no, you don't want to have a banana in that. Why not? It will not taste very good. It won't? I thought that's what cooking was, not tasting very good. It will taste much better if it is not in there. Okay. That's how I see it going.
Sorry, I don't have time to talk, Frisk. I'm supposed to be working right now.
But you aren't working.
I know. It's taken all my concentration.
So, Asgore, how about making me a member of the Royal Guard?
Well, Papyrus, now that the war is over, we might not need the Royal Guard anymore.
What? And what was the point of the humans' quest? They journeyed all that way, and I'm still not a member of the Royal Guard? Truly, this is the worst possible ending. Seems like you really botched your quest, Frisk. But I, the great Papyrus, will always be your friend.
No matter how hard you try to get rid of him.
Hey, that's true! Frisk, why don't you take a walk around?
Frisk, why don't you fly? It's faster.
Yeah, Frisk, why don't you fly?
Flying sounds a little dangerous.
Well, they can't fly. Not with that attitude. Alphys, you literally gave Frisk a jetpack. I don't know why you're the one who doesn't understand that that's possible. Oh, Alphys. What do you want to do now that we're all free? We have the whole world to explore now. Strongest person in the underground. Your mom. Not even a joke. Well, of course I'm gonna go out and, no, I should be honest. I'm gonna stay inside and watch anime like a total loser. That's the spirit. Everyone, a celebration to being losers. The virus has the right idea. Losing to Frisk is the best thing to ever happen to me. I'm glad that we... Huh? What is it, Asgore?
What's an anime?
Oh my god. Frisk, please.
help me explain what anime is to Asgore. You see, it's like a cartoon, but
with sword apostrophe S.
So it's like a cartoon, but with swords? Golly, that sounds neato. Where is this? Where can I see the anime?
oh, he's so old. Hold on, I think I have some on my phone. Here, look at this. Oh, that's the wrong. Never mind.
Golly, were those two robots?
Guessing.
Boy, technology sure is something, isn't it?
Technology is incredible. You can totally fuck robots now. You're goddamn right, darling.
Yeah, sure is.
Alphys. You think we can watch something with fighting next? Oh, and then something with princesses? Or fighting princesses?
I'll see if I can manage to find any like that, Undyne.
It's gonna be way easier on the surface. Yay. Now, a quick reminder, the first human, who I've named Ungoth, for reasons that should be obvious to anyone who watches my streams, and really fucking confusing to anyone who doesn't, they fell in the year 20X-teen. 201X. We don't know what the last digit is, but they had to have fallen at least 6 years ago in real life. And it's been a while since then. In the story. Don't know how long, but a while. That means Undertale technically takes place in the future. Just, you can't tell, because only trash VHSs and maybe a few DVDs have made it into the underground. Hey, Frisk, why don't you go say hi to Napstablook? Oh, tell him I said hi, too. Yeah, sure.
Frisk. You gotta tell me. You think Asgore and Toriel are ever gonna get back together?
Asgore leaning in real close, like, I'm gonna love with ya, I don't see it. I feel like that bridge is burned. I see that, like, Toriel gave a very firm, no, we're not even gonna be friends, so I think back together's off the table.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, we can dream, though, right? And write fanfiction. A lot of fanfiction.
It's called friend fiction when it's about people you know, and it's way weirder.
I think that maybe I won't write fanfic for real people.
Like, I am all ears.
I mean, isn't real life already the greatest fanfiction of all?
No?
Don't tell anyone I said that, because I'm gonna post it online. Sure, I'm excited to finally use the human internet. I bet they have all sorts of things Undyne and I can watch.
Oh yeah, you can pirate the shit out of anime now. Oh man, we're gonna be able to watch anime online.
Of course, Undyne. What do you think we've been fighting for all along?
Yeah, what do you... Whoops.
Jinx, I knew you were gonna make that joke.
Oh, Alphys, you seem to know Sans really well. So well you predicted his joke before he did. Wait, Alphys, I didn't know you knew Sans.
Well,
Doesn't everybody?
Who the hell is Sans? Fucking excuse me? Who the heck is Sans?
Toriel?
Like, Toriel? Like, we know she does that, but that was like, the thing is, in Deltarune, it's like, where the hell is Chris? Like, she's doing it in front of a teenager who already talks like that. And with some prompting of like, Chris has been gone way longer than they should have been to just wash their hands. It's like... Here it was just a complete... Like, that was out of nowhere! And I thought Sans did introduce himself earlier.
Maybe go look for Mettaton. He was here for a while, too. He said he had to go somewhere.
Howdy, Frisk. Sorry about almost trying to take your soul.
I mean, Undyne and Papyrus did it too. Toriel is doing it for the bit. Maybe. It's like, I don't know. I feel like Asgore, you're getting off way harsher for something Undyne also tried to do. Papyrus didn't try. Papyrus tried to capture me, but he never tried to kill me. Undyne genuinely tried to kill me, and she gets off way easier for it.
I feel very bad about it. I hope we can still be pals.
Hey, don't worry about it, Asgore. Hey, everybody's tried to kill Frisk at least once.
Oh, I see. In that case, I'm not sorry, Frisk.
Asgore, that's not what I meant.
Frisk, I just realized. Now that we aren't fighting each other, I can finally ask you, would you like a cup of tea? Would you like a cup of tea?
You know what? Yes. Papyrus couldn't hurt a fly.
Oh, well, actually, the cup I had is cold now. So you shouldn't have it.
He literally couldn't do it. He keeps capturing everything. Yeah. I think there's just a box of flies in his home. They're thriving. He keeps capturing them.
But I am so happy you said yes. As soon as I can, I will make some more for you. Then we can be great pals. Oh, Frisk, if you're not busy, on nice days, you should walk around and have a good time.
Practice for whenever a human shows up, yeah.
That's important.
And he knows humans are really, really fragile. So he's got to practice on things that are also fragile, like flies. They're made of the same thing humans are made of. Their phone might be out of batteries, yeah. Notice you received a text from Toriel. Dear Frisk, Sans and Alphys are teaching me how to text. I am learning so much. For example, do you know what a smiley is? Please look at this. Now turn your head to the left. It is a picture of me smiling at you. Can you see it? LOL. That stands for lots of laughter. Sincerely, Toriel. That's all for now. Maybe in the next room you'll receive another. Sent you a message. Dear Frisk, how are you? You have been wandering around for quite some time now. It's been like 30 seconds. I hope you are not getting into trouble. Only kidding. LOL. Sincerely, Toriel. P.S. Do not get into trouble. No promises. Excuse me, I did not mean to write sincerely. I meant to say sincerely. Sincerely. It is difficult to use this with large hands. Perhaps I should ask Sans to transcribe for me. Oh, that's gonna go well. Now let's go visit all our friends. Toriel and Jotaro writing text like a letter. Does Jotaro do that? I guess he kinda does, yeah. Sans will be typing from now on. It is I, a human, whom has showed up. Hello, Casually Vintage. Are you sure you're a human?
Hey, Frisk. It's Toriel.
It is baked. A million pies. Do you want any? Make sure to brush your teeth before crossing the street, Frisk. Frisk dance.
Your message? I did not say any of that. Greetings, this is Sans. I love my brother very much.
Hope I'm being slandered.
This is Sans. Frisk, did you know that I love to get owned? I also think Toriel is very good in... Excuse me.
Now that you have me on stream, what's happening? What's up? Toriel sent you a message titled Cat Video. Inside, she meticulously describes a video she saw of a small white animal. There is no link or attachment to watch it. Following through? What are you doing? What's happening here? Forward. Send this to someone you care about, or a skeleton will rattle his bones at you. Send your message. Dear Frisk, thought you might enjoy this. Smile. It's ASCII art of a snail. Catching me like a shiny? Oh, damn. Sorry, we aren't allowing any more guests at this time. Or ever again. Time to start talking to people.
You guys on your way out? Guess I'll catch up with you later.
The slime, I'm overjoyed. Good news, the elevator started working again. Now it's been so busy, we still haven't gotten the chance to ride it. What can I do for you, little buddy? Did you ever be a little buddy? Freedom? Oh, we're free, huh? That done told us as much. And he told me, don't think that means you're getting out of work early. My boss. I love that guy. Oh, you're making a sim of me? Go for it. You are not the first to do so. Ever again? No visits, no nothing? The hotel? No. By that I mean I hate him so much. Other freedom. Don't tell anyone this, little buddy. Because they'll make fun of me. But I feel like I played a hand in everybody getting free somehow. Even if it was just working this awful job. I think I did something. I don't know if it's true, but I'll believe it anyway. Your mods broke the game again? That's Sims. So we're free now. I mean, my double date is canceled. It's not a double date. I know, it wasn't really a date. It's a trick, little buddy. Lie to yourself all the time. Makes you feel better. Future? Little buddy, there's a brand new world out there waiting for us. I'm sure with my qualifications, it won't be long before I'm a famous movie star. You are a monster, and that's going to be in very high demand. Or maybe I'll just end up flipping burgers again. And it's as I say, nowhere to go but up. Literally in this case. Anytime, little buddy. Room service never came. Locked from the inside. Room service never came. No response. Trying to finish up work. Speeding up. Bum. Alright, the resort's shutting down. I think you'll find it's still great to pass through. I'll send you a message. Dear Frisk, Undyne and Papyrus want to cook something together with me. Sans is telling me that they are excellent chefs. I am excited. Maybe if you're lucky, you can have some. She's got her work cut out for her. Dear Frisk, if Sans and I start a band, do you know what we could call it? Dreamer and Femur, LOL. That is only a joke, do not refer to me as Dreamer.
Rub rub, now we can live life without reservations.
If we're leaving with my job, I just got a raise. I guess every apple has its core, huh? Actually, you guys holding ownership of the core is going to be real smart, because you could sell that energy, and you're going to need capital going out. Dandelion piece of Lightner's live. Surface world, really? Maybe I'll be able to go 2 feet without running into a puzzle. I do think Toriel says that line with complete deadpan. Do not call me Dreamer. What's interesting is she actually keeps the name, in Deltarune. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you exactly why, because I know exactly why from personal experience. It's because she's a teacher. And she's always Miss Dreamer, not Miss Toriel. The reason I know this is because my grandmother is a teacher. She kept her, divorcee name because that's what all her students knew her as. In fact, yeah. In fact, my mom was also a teacher, but she didn't. Luckily, because she actually wasn't a teacher during hers. Oh, we're all free? Oh, guess I can stop licking this ficus. I don't want to look like I messed up, so I'll keep going. What? Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, we're gonna go through the whole underground, because I actually haven't done this myself before. Let's save in case of unexpected crashes.
Hey, check it out. Yeah, check it out. So, like, what's up?
Freedom. So we're, like, totally free now, huh?
Yeah, like, totally free.
Like, cool.
Yeah, like, cool.
Like, millennia being in prison finally over?
Yeah, that's, like, pretty chill, I guess.
Millennia? Stepmom kept hers, but that's because it's a pain in the ass to change a name in this state. But that would also do it, sure. That might be why my other grandmother kept hers. She wasn't a teacher. Actually, no, it's because she works in hospitals, and it's a real pain in the ass to change stuff there. Like, that is a real nightmare. Millennia being imprisoned. I suppose Bratty isn't the authority, but, like... have they been in there since the Bronze Age? Gerson that old? Razgor and Toriel that old? Gerson is more impressive because he's not immortal. Also has a state job? Ah, yeah. Anything like, if your job is government, or like, there's a fuckload of paperwork involved with your job, changing your last name even if you want to is like, ugh. Spears and swords back in the war flashback, but I was guessing closer to later. Year could be 2078 for all we know. Currently, yes. Currently, it's well past 2019 by now. It has to be because that's when the first human fell. So it's been seemingly decades since that happened. At least kind of going off vibes, but millennia. I thought... okay, so I figured the latest they could have been would be... the absolute latest would have been the 1300s. You're saying they've been in there even longer. I'd believe it, sure. But I was guessing the Iron Age off the armor. But I guess also, I didn't get a good look at that gear, so who knows. I'm a human.
Oh, oops, really? Well, we said, we were hyped for the destruction of humanity. We were just, like, joking, you know?
Yeah. Growing up is having met people like you and hating them. So, like, yeah, these two actually were that bad, even in Undertale. I see why Chris really doesn't like Bratty. Kinda just deals with Catty because she's nice.
Did we say that?
Bratty did. Catty might not have.
Probably.
It's, like, practically our catchphrase.
Really? I thought our catchphrase was... Bratty's the best, Catty's the coolest. No. They've, like, literally never said that. Can it be, though? Can it be?
Future?
Now that we're gonna be free, gee, we can finally fulfill our dream of having a pet cat.
That's, like, your dream, Catty.
But, Bratty, I don't want to have a dream without you in it. Aw, Catty. And in my dream, you clean up after the cat. Catty.
Do you like cats?
Hey? Yeah, I love cats.
Nice timeline. They're like so tasty, so cute. Freddy, what the fuck? I'm just kidding. Kind of. Anyway, when was the last time you even saw a cat around here? Oh, just the other day. There's this cute little white cat walking around. It was, like, so clueless looking. I pet it for, like, an hour. Catty. Yeah, ready? I think that was, like, a dog. Dogs are just firm cats. Goodbye, I will miss neither of you. God, they're annoying. So excited to sell an ice cream on the surface. If all humans are like you, I think it'll be a modest success. I think that's based on how many times you actually bought an ice cream from him. If you bought a bunch, it'd be like roaring success. Twice, it'd be like, I'll do okay. If you didn't buy any, he'd be like, I don't know if this'll work. And then told us the Royal Guard's being disbanded. Like, bummer. Guess we'll have to get used to love and peace. Seems happy. Dear Frisk, Undyne is very strong. Papyrus made a bet with her that she could not lift everyone here up. She could. The only trouble is that she did not know how to put everyone down. Alphys is telling me many interesting facts about the human world. Quite a few of them are wrong, though. Frisk, you did not tell her anything funny, did you? I assure you, Alphys got these on her own. About that, like, weird black cat with a goofy smile? What? The what? Yeah, the one with the pink and gold eyes. Fucking what? That would have been fucking terrifying if I found that in this. What? You want a rematch? I heard that using the computer for too long is bad for you. It can damage your eyesight, yes, but I've got special glasses for this, don't worry. However, I have not seen you use the computer at all. You must be very healthy, how nice. It's not a one-to-one. Actually, I should probably walk through. I think I may have to turn off the phone for now. Your friends are all very lovely people. Think I will spend this time getting to know them better. Be good, alright? Sincerely, Toriel. Mettaton, you recognized my voice from when I called in, and he gave me his dress. I'm so... Have you considered shaving the mane off? I'm not saying you have to wear a dress, but I'm asking how you, like, talked about feeling about it. I want you to consider how that makes you feel. That's all I'm saying. Bonjour, dearie. I just finished tallying up all of our donations. Finally raised enough to rescue all the spiders inside of the ruins. We'll also be able to afford 4 pairs of stylish sunglasses for every spider. Good for you. Bum, 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 bum. There is a fun value dialogue in the Tall Grass and Waterfall. Talk to someone who asks you to tell your weird friend to stop staring at them. Specifically, the weird friend with the creepy smile. You talk to them again, and they say that they disappeared. Ooh. That's vague enough to be almost fucking anything. Actually, were NPCs up in that top one, weren't there? Wrong way. Bum, 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 ba-da-dum. Been thinking about getting a 6 skateboard. Service will be able to watch all kinds of TV. I bet none of those shows are as good as Mettaton's. Mettaton is going to be a breakout success. Weird friend with a creepy smile who disappears after a short while. Maybe, but it's vague enough they could say it's literally anything.
Sundari Plane. Hey, thinking of going to the surface. Eh? You going to go there too? Idiot, quit following me.
Also, Bars, you did not intend for that to rhyme. Stop to smell the flowers. On the surface, I won't buy any donuts from spiders. It's my resolution. Not send any more messages? Yeah, I didn't think so. Bam 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 dum bam dum bam dum 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 bam dum 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 dum. Bam 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 ba-dum bam 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 ba-dum bam 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 ba-dum bam. Hi, rope. Ha 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 ha. I wonder if any humans would want to be my friend. Psych, that'd never happen. Bam, bam, bam. Seems like the mouse hacked the safe and took the cheese out. Damn. Human, you leaving? I have something to say to you. Admittedly, I may have had limerent feelings for you before. However, upon examining my own actions, I now realize I did not love you. I was merely infatuated with the concept of love. The idea of romance, the concept of sharing affection with another. Through these desires, I built a false concept of you in my head. Such a relationship would not have ended well. In closing, I believe it is better that I chose to say nothing. You idiot. I mean, it's your call. Weird airplane with a wig. Toasty bun. Oh, I know that hot dog. The hot dog guy never came back. Besides that, today was fine. Count your blessings, even if you don't get a second hot dog. Never. If I miss out on a second hot dog, the entire world must end. That's my Undertale AU, in case I hadn't explained. Frisk doesn't get a second hot dog, so all of time must be erased. I actually would try to explain it if someone asked, but I'm also scared of being asked. I don't know how interesting it is, really. That's right, you can't really go back like that. Left floor 1. Doubt there's anything in the lab. It does pick up the Frisk dance. I actually wasn't sure of that. On the Switch version, you can talk to Clam Girl as a fun value event in this sequence, where she does drop the super ominous warning of meeting Susie. Yes, I'm aware. This, but yeah, I'm not on the Switch version. However, when I play Red and Yellow, I'm to understand they mod in a bunch of the Switch exclusive stuff. And also, there's a mode called Fun Mode, which makes it so fun values are always at the correct thing to let you get the encounters. So that'll be also a fun addition to that playthrough. Because I've actually not been able to get fun encounters naturally myself.
Freedoms. Feels so spicy.
One confirms that Susie is on the Goners and Gaster's radar, and two implies that Frisk or variant of them is close to Susie and Deltarune. Ergo Chris. Yeah. I do really like the fan art of, like, college roommate Kara. I think that's really fun for Azrael. I don't think it's gonna be canon, because I think Chris is kind of both of them simultaneously. But it's a fun bit of fan concept, you know? You go to Alfie's lab, try calling Undyne Papyrus while on the floor escalator. Okay. You say so. Said their phones are out of batteries, so I didn't think that was gonna work. Because, like, they don't respond at all to them. Specifically, the one on the top floor. KK. Oop, almost went the wrong way. Which wouldn't have worked and would have changed nothing. Might have been before this sequence. Yeah, they're not answering their phones anymore. Yeah, that might have been just something I didn't know could happen. Meant to bring it up earlier streams, but you forgot. That's alright. Maybe I'll see if I can see it in red and yellow. If I remember. But yeah, you can't get calls from them anymore. Mainly because I imagine it's a way to get around having to do another dialogue for all of them. For every room. Or just a bunch extra, and it would have been a pain in the ass to code it, too. Okay. I'll be able to have a nice drink on the surface. Small trees growing in the puddle. That's what happens if you waste a bunch of water. A tree will just sprout out. Again, but I don't care about going free. I think humans can appreciate the details of classic puzzles, if you allow them to. Funny sequence where the dialogue box gets left behind on screen as you go on it. It's pretty funny. Undyne and Papyrus get weirded out by it. I imagine that was probably like a glitch in coding, and Toby probably just decided to leave it in as a gag. It's a very peaceful kind of epilogue we're having here. Bum 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 ba-da-dum. Bum 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 bum. It keeps playing even in Temmie Village.
Whoa, Tem here news, very goods. Yeah, Tems can go free.
Pleasing development now.
Oh, if Tems can go on surface, can see. Got a cute tunin. Everyone's go free, but Tem! Tem not leave, Tem watch egg! Tem will be happily family.
Take the egg with you.
Oives!
Mushroom dance, whatever could it mean? Symbolizes my unbridled happiness. The government told me they're willing to transplant me outside. When you smile at my dance, it almost feels a little rude.
Usually such a downer about it.
Oi! Welcome to the Tem shop!
Wanna buy some dreams? In exchange, I'll pay for your college, but let me get your thing.
I'm Temmy.
Hoi, I'm Temmy. About shop? Alright, so that's why I wanted to have the dream so bad. Pay for Tem colleague. Buy for 1,000? Yeah.
Whoa! That's a lot of muns. Can Tem really accepts? Hookies, Tem go to colleague and make you prouds.
I think you left something behind here.
Tem back from Cool Leg. Tem learned many things. Learned to sell new item, yeah.
Temmy armor. Yep, armor 20 makes battles too easy. 5,000 gold.
Hello. Boy, I'm Temmy.
Temmy armor.
Tem armor so goods, any battle become easy victories. But Tem think use armor's battles wouldn't be a challenge anymore. But Tem have a solution. Tem will offer scholarships. If you lose a lot of battles, Tem will lower the price. So if you get to tough battle and feel frustrated, can buy Tem armor as last resort. Tem armor so good, promise to only buy if you really needs it.
Yep. Okay. Anything about Temmy history you can tell me?
Yeah, Tem got degree in Tem studies. Tem can tell you all about Tem's deep history.
Will you?
Gotcha. Yeah, go to Tem shop.
Can tell you all about it. Will you?
No. Oi.
Okay, so you still don't hear it. Rich history of Tem. Tem know all about it. Just kind of wanting to answer, wanting to ask what it was, but it just sucks to be me. I know there's also new dialogue for selling Tem flakes, but like, whatever. Ow.
I knew you could do it.
Lovely ones, why?
Okay, I remember it clearly now. It was a monthly address at the castle. The queen was giving her part on current events. After finishing her update, she moved to pass the microphone to the king. However, she didn't realize the microphone was still in her hands when she said, "Your turn, Fluffy Buns." The audience burst into laughter. Realizing what she had said, she started laughing too.
Tem can tell you about Tem history, doesn't mean they will.
After a few moments, the king held up his arms. Crowd grew silent. Leaned towards the microphone, expression stern.
Dear citizens, thank you for coming here today. I, King Fluffy Buns,
And the rest is history.
That's such a good story. Is Asgore a goat?
Goat. Actually, that reminds me. Toriel once wore a flower-patterned moo-moo. Folks kept saying nice moo-moo to her. Kept thinking they were calling her a cow. So she never wore it again. What was your question again? Oh, right, Asgore. He's a real interesting type of monster. Strongest type of all. We call them boss monsters.
Used to be so cute together. Yeah, that's what makes it so tragic.
When they have an offspring, the soul power of the parents flows into the child, causing the child to grow as the parents age. But Asgore doesn't have a child.
He's been stuck at the same age. Probably will be forever. Like, what went wrong?
I did.
I'm excited. People tell me Red and Yellow is very well written. It's apparently so well written, people ship Clover with Kara. So I'm quite excited to see some of that stuff. Eh? Or the child is a human? What? Nah, that wouldn't work. If Asgore is your father, he'll definitely outlive you. Asgore and Toriel. Yeah, of course. Toriel was queen and Asgore was the king. It was tragic when she left. Everyone knew she was really the brains behind the throne. It was also just a teensy bit relieving, you know? It is well written? Then I'm very excited to see it. I know it's glorified fan fiction, but I literally have a tab of Deltarune fan fiction open right now that I was reading before stream started, so, yeah, that should tell you my opinion. Yeah. Those two were really insufferable together. Nothing of noses being all cute and cuddly in public. Embarrassing their children. So sweet it made me sick. Thank God those days are over. Undyne. Really come a long way since she was a little urchin. I used to be a hero myself back in the old days. Gerson, the Hammer of Justice. She was younger, Undyne would follow me around, watch me beat up bad guys. Sometimes she'd even try to help. Oh, most of the time the folks she attacked weren't bad guys. Be the mailman or something like that. Gerson himself and Proxy Toby is all for fanfiction. Yeah, I talked about that when, like, we were hearing Gerson talk about how he didn't mind all the changes to Dragon Blazers from his story. Because he took a lot of inspiration for his story from other things anyway. And I talked about, I wonder if that was Toby's kind of blanket endorsement of all the fan content about his game. Just a sort of, no, I took a lot of inspiration from stuff like Earthbound and even Homestuck, which Toby is now going to be voicing the main character of, which, not on my bingo list, but hey. He took a lot of inspiration from stuff that already existed, and he thinks it'd be downright hypocritical if he was upset by all the frankly fascinating things people made of Undertale, and even of Deltarune, too. Anywho, I appreciated it. Yeah. I knew you could do it. Careful out there, kid. Using its money, the snail bought a hat. Housing market will probably crash now. You know, home is where the heart is. Reach the end of your extensive journey. What a long trip. Remember to stretch your muscles. You breaking the fourth wall there? It's a snail. Wonder if Toriel has seen it. She might try to eat it. Bam. 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 Oh, here was another hint. There you are, Frisk darling. Feast your eyes. Dr. Alfie's completed my wonderful new body. Oh, and did you hear the barrier's open? I can't wait to see the sun. The greatest spotlight of all. Oh, yes, I suppose I should thank you too, darling. Before fighting you, I had forgotten how fun it was to perform with others. I've been searching for hot talents to fill up my upcoming troupe. So far, Shiren's agreed to be my backup singer. And Napsterblook here will be my sound mixer. The three of us performing together really feels overdue, doesn't it? Frisk, darling, can you help me with something? What kind of merchandise do you think humans would want to buy? I've thought of a few ideas so far. Buttons with my face, stickers with my face, CDs with my face, posters with my face, t-shirts with my face, underwear with my face. and Blush Dolls of Toriel. That last one's gonna outsell all the rest combined, I'm gonna level with you. But you know, with my face instead of hers. Maybe not then. So what do you think? A yes or no prompt was not provided. Fabulous. I completely agree. I mean, you're trying to get in on the furry market, but you gotta go harder on it. Why don't you go see how Alphys is doing? Since the flash of light, she's been working hard to set everything right. About time, huh? I already checked on her. Hey, Napstablook. What? Undyne says hi? And tell her I say... something cool. Human, I'll never forget when you cheered me on. When I was pretending to sleep. No one had ever had so much faith in my fake sleep. Another thing, everyone knows Frisk's name already, so it's either implied that even though we don't see anyone ask, Frisk tells them their name. Or maybe after the Azrael fight, everyone remembered Azrael asking Frisk's name, and thus remembered when he released their souls somehow. I think it's meant to be the former, and it was just being hidden from us, the viewer. Also, it is awkward, but what's your name? Napstablook alone did not ask. Everyone seems to know it now, except me. Seems like I've been missing out lately. I was just sitting at home listening to... Actually, no, this line implies it might have been the latter. There was a flash of light outside my window. I saw the snails on the farm disappear. Then I heard a knock at the door. Flash of light wanted to come in. I closed the blinds. Now everyone knows your name except for me. No, this implies it's the latter. That they know from when Azrael asked. Frisk. Okay, I won't forget it. Your name? Frisk. I didn't forget. Because I cried the letters into my hand. Napstablook wasn't absorbed because they have no soul, so I didn't get the memory done. No, I don't think it's meant... I don't think we're supposed to infer that Napstablook doesn't have a soul. I think it's just meant to infer that Napstablook, via comedy rules, didn't get absorbed. And they did say it would take almost every monster in the underground to do it. I think it's just meant to be a joke. Like, that, I don't think we're meant to infer Napstablook doesn't have a soul. That'd be weird. Oh yeah, help get us all free. Guess I really acted like a dummy to you. I think you were a bigger dummy to Napstablook. I was like, only fire lives here now. Yeah, I guess the small amount of dialogue from other random monsters ain't gonna be too much. So let's go basically straight to Snowden, where we know there's plenty of people. Also, let me turn on a light. Getting a little cloudy, so it's darker than usual. Do this while the deputy takes me across. The reason I think Napstablook has to have a soul is that Mettaton has a soul. Like, Mettaton has a soul. We know they do. We know he does. That's straight up the whole reason Alfie's got the job is because it was a robot with a soul. Go and see the real stars now. I still don't know what those are. I need to keep away from this creepy-ass kid. An odd-looking telescope. Seems like the mouse has freed some of the cheese from the crystal somehow. Dang. Yeah, this guy's the other way to farm gold in this game. Do that, or by selling Temiflakes. Napstablook just set out the Azrael fight for comedy. Yeah, that's the only reason it needed to be. Like, Azrael just really Napstablook really just wasn't feeling up to it. So it didn't happen. I'm doing this for no other reason than gags. Goofs and gaffs and jokes and laughs. Bum, bum, bum. I know it won't even stick once I'm out. Not even when Azrael potentially destroys an entire timeline for an attack. And Napstablook just, well, wasn't involved. It's fine. All that gives my life validation is explaining the Echo Flower. No one can know. Or just the flower is one of the constants of this world. Napstablook just built different. Will sure prevail. Never got to go in there. Hate it when flowers try to murder you. It happens too often, yeah. Photo album inside the drawer. Photos of Sans with a lot of people you don't recognize. And one photo of you standing with Sans and all your friends. He looks happy. When did he get that? Some kind of badge. Wonder if Toby is allergic to some kind of flower. Could be. Can't read the symbols they're written in. Maybe it's just the handwriting. Looks like they relate to some kind of strange machine. Am I insane? There's supposed to be a don't forget picture, but I never found that in here. That's not a fun thing, is it? Having an amorphous, shambling family member is great. They're always moving, so I can see them 100% of the time. Our parents have been combined into one horrible being. That's okay, though. It's really brought our families together. Lovely conversation. Maybe a fun value thing? I'm not sure. Not sure our parents are the same. Now that our parents are the same entity. Does that mean I'm married to my sister? Wait, we're dogs. That stuff's normal. It's not good still. Over to the library. The last day will be open, so make as much noise as you want. There's so much news to report, I don't know where to begin. How this headline? Monsters go free from the underground. Nah, that doesn't have enough pizzazz. But top 10 monsters you won't believe got freed from the underground. It'll sell. Monster Kid has interesting dialogue here. Yeah, it's very dependent on what you do at the bridge. Greatest struggle in my life is over. I just solved today's Junior Jumble. This will be our newspaper's last issue. Let me just put a big The End on the front and call it a day. Ice Wolf no longer has to throw ice. Ice Wolf can take a break to buy some pants now. Ice Wolf thinking of changing their name to Jimmy Hot Pants. Oh, we can play Monsters and Humans with real humans. Humans play Monsters and Humans. Do they just call it Humans and Humans? No, they pretend to be monsters too. Seems like this is the beginning of a brand new, boundless world. Wah-ha! The adventurous spirit, I'm like a kid again. My children are like double children. Ah, what a beautiful knock. Maybe if I don't answer, I'll hear it again. Ah, my patience rewards me. Still doing that, huh? Oh, we're free? Finally. I'll be able to stop smiling. Feels like I don't have to worry about cracking jokes anymore. I'm gonna say a joke here, but I really don't have one. I wonder if the overworld has hot guys. And meat to drinks. Oh, I'm ready. Oh, and I'll be able to try some human food. And then I guess I'll try a human bathroom, too. Hey, we won't have to move into the city anymore. It's like we won't have to lose our local culture. Except we're all moving out of here, huh? I guess I can't be all punk peaches and punk cream. Oh yeah, we got drinks. You would not believe the drinks we have. Good job. Grillby talks! Yay! you are everyone's favorite, Grilby. The internet would die for you or kill others. You must know this in your heart of hearts.
Okay, bye.
Ah, brand new world. I might not get to translate for Grilby anymore. Which is fine, since I was actually just making up what he was saying. And I never caught any girls on my fishing line. So kid, take it from me. Don't try to catch hot people with a fishing rod. Somewhere you hear a whinny of dismay. What? Finally won a game of poker against itself? Dr. Elfie's told the king and queen the awful things she'd done. King felt so bad he didn't know, gave her a big hug. Then the queen fired her. Fair. Now we don't have a royal scientist anymore. That's politics. Thanks, Politics Bear. Horse dude? I guess.
Yo, what's up? I've been kinda doing some thinking. And I isn't actually as cool as we thought. She's just kinda mean.
No, she's okay.
Yo, just found out about someone way cooler. Yeah, dude.
I agree, you little bastard.
Nice to show humans our presence under the tree tradition.
They'll probably be weirded out by it. They'll be weirded out by the origin, but not by the tradition itself.
That kid over there told me it's weird that I have a pet bunny. First, there'd be nothing weird about it. It's cute. Second, what? Normal to walk your younger brother on a leash, right?
No, it's weird for a different reason.
Anyone else weirded out by those giant shambling amalgamates, or...
They are weird, but they're nice. Leave it be.
Well, it says we can go to the surface world now. So great about that anyway, I don't want to move. Hello, sorry, no time for a nap. Snowed In is shutting down so we can all go to the surface.
I like the headcanon that Snowdin is the only town that Asgore didn't name, because Toriel named it instead, for the pun.
Hello, traveler. How can I help you?
What happened?
I mean, it happened to you, right?
Monster Kid notes that Undyne probably wasn't the best person, or at least wasn't as cool as they thought. Keeping in mind the whole racism thing she was on makes sense. Yes, and that parallels someone else we're going to talk to.
Happened to you, right? There's a strange flash of white light, felt my body being pulled into something. Then suddenly, everything was back to normal. Human. Heard it was all because a human came through here. A human. I hardly believe it. They decided to stop in, I'll be sure to give them a hero's welcome. Ruins. Did you hear? Ruins have been opened up. Get this. They're open from the inside. Apparently the queen had been staying inside there for God knows how long. Pretty unbelievable, huh?
Future?
Well, I suppose I'll move my store to the overworld. Haven't planned much more than that, I'm afraid. Bye now, come again sometime. Bum, bum, bam, 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 bum, 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 bum.
Yeah, Snowpoffs. Maybe some of the service will pay attention to me. So many people, someone has to, right?
Nah.
You're not even one of the more liked designs in this game. I'm gonna level with you. You're kind of doomed. Gift Draught!
No one's leaving, eh? Go to read this, maybe I'll finally get some peace and quiet.
Remember being absorbed by Azrael. Potentially got a memory dump of Frisk's name from Azrael. They don't remember Azrael. Maybe Azrael purposely did something to erase himself from their memory. Probably so his parents could move on. Possibly.
We're all free?
Okay, I'll stop lining around. Does that dog know? Probably doesn't, does it? Can't wait for Undertale 2 to come out. Ruin everybody's day on the continuity theories. I'm actually gonna read you what continuity does happen after this for Undertale. Hey, bathwater. The underground is free. The flower was Azrael. Just letting you in on the parts you missed. An unplugged microwave. All the settings say spaghetti. Lukewarm spaghetti. Seems like something tried eating it and just gave up. Sorry you missed the stream? Oh, the stream's not over. I got more stuff to do. Looks like a snowball. Actually, it's a snow decahedron. Just couldn't stay awake? Yeah, your job is very tiring, you've told me. Same, but you were cooking? Yeah. I will probably take a very short break, because I'm weirdly hungry. Sorry about getting older. I'll stop being a teen. I'm worried about getting older. I'll stop being a teen. No refuse. I just invent new numbers like 2010. 2010. It's worse, my guy. I can feel that piece of me has been well taken care of. And the berries open up? It's not too much to ask. You take that piece of me to the surface? Really appreciate it. Don't you want to go? Probably did it keeping in mind he couldn't stay as Azrael for too long before going back to Flowey. If Asgore and Toriel remembered Flowey as Azrael, they'd book it back to the ruins and try to bring him with them. He just doesn't want to deal with that heartache. The doctor, she brought my wife back from the dead. My son, he seems happy again. A family, it's bigger than ever. Saw Toad today, gave him water. My wife is combined with 16 other people. Snowy. I might have to share mine with other people now. She's still my mom. That's cool. Because that made of ice and stuff. What? It's a joke. Laugh at it. I would have if you didn't explain it, dude. Literally the only reason I wouldn't. You can give me time. Never mind, guys. That is hello, Mata. Hello, Fada. Actually, I've heard of that song. I don't think I've heard the song myself. Just a conveniently shaped lamp. One more person, at the very least, to talk to. It's gonna give us a few secrets, I think. Fill in a few gaps in knowledge. Then I will take a very short break to get a little something to eat, because I guess what I had for lunch today wasn't filling enough. What you eating? I don't know yet. Yeah, one place I forgot to check was inside Toriel's room, I think. Can he eat you as punishment for being late? I don't think I wanna. No, I did go in here. You identified this as bigger than a twin-size bed. Now you realize it's actually one size bigger than a double. Encyclopedia Subterranean Plants. Yeah, it is a little... I did get that. In a sexual way you should specify. I understood. I assumed you were being literal. You talk about vor too much for me to assume otherwise. Most of the pie's gone. There are dog prints in it. Tricky Tony! Every time this old tree grows any leaves, they fall right off. How's the spider bake sale going? Oh yeah. You like the ruins have finally opened up. We should finally go out of the rest of the underground. Oh, the barrier's open too? Let's take this one step at a time, okay? Bam, bam. Well, names were nice for a while. Next time we should try a relaxing shade of green. You ever find this room's fourth frog? Say, hey, your journey's over, maybe you'll have time to listen to me. So most people just press X to skip through my dialogue. That's right, pressing X. Suppose some things never change. Alright, let's try if I don't press X at all. Really matured, haven't you? It actually does notice. Fun. Here's a spider bake sale. All proceeds go to real spiders. They don't respond at all. Lame. Looks like cheese has a nibble taken out of it. The mouse got the cheese. How you doing? Egg is open? Because I better roll out. Hey, mind giving me a push, pumpkin? Tried to, not working. Ghoti. Excuse me, human. Seem like you have grown into a thoughtful and conscientious person. Whether that was from my advice or not, I'm quite proud. Ribbit. Almost to that room. I played this before. I didn't know about this. It'd be weirder if you were the one to say it. It'd be weirder, but I still wouldn't assume it's sexual, because I was talking about eating things. There he is. All the way back to the first room to see him.
Don't worry about me. Someone has to take care of these flowers. Risk, please leave me alone. I can't come back. I just can't. I don't want to break their hearts all over again. It's better if they never see me. Are you still here? Trying to keep me company? Risk. Hey, let me ask you a question.
As well as at the spot Kara was buried. That's the implication.
Risk, why'd you come here? Everyone knows the legend, right? Travelers who climb Mount Ebott are said to disappear. Risk, why would you ever climb a mountain like that? Was it foolishness? Was it fate? Or was it because you...
Raymond's Azrael might have purposely wiped their minds at him when he brought them back, yeah.
Well, only you know the answer, don't you?
Only Frisk knows the answer, but the player can try to figure out a reason. There's lots of reasons people have tried to give out.
I know why Ungoth climbed the mountain. It wasn't for a very happy reason. Risk, I'll be honest with you. Ungoth hated humanity. Why they did, they never talked about it. They felt very strongly about that. Risk, really are different from Ungoth. In fact, they have similar, fashion choices.
There's a parallel between Frisk and Chris having their motives shrouded in mystery. The difference is, I think Chris we are gonna know. Frisk, we just have to make one up for ourselves, essentially.
I don't know why I ever acted like you were the same person. Maybe, truth is, I wasn't really the greatest person.
But unlike Frisk, we very well are gonna figure out, yeah.
Oh, Frisk, the type of friend I wish I always had.
I've seen Chris talk, yeah.
He was kind of projecting a little bit. Let's be honest, I did some weird stuff as a flower.
Yeah, I'd describe murdering people as weird, sure. We can use that word.
One last thing I feel like I should tell you. Risk, now that I combined our souls together, control over her body was actually split between us. They were the one that picked up their own empty body.
Think about that line. I think Kara agrees with Azrael here somewhat. I think so too. That's the impression I get. I think this is Azrael more learning not to idolize Kara, rather than thinking Kara is an actively bad person.
And when we got to the village, they're the one that wanted to use our full power. I was the one that resisted.
True Pass of this greatly regrets what they've done, yeah.
And because of me,
Kara and Undyne seem to have an interesting connection in general. Undyne. Her always treats her with respect in both pacifist, neutral, and genocide, regarding her as a hero. So the Howling Wind connection, post-world /state that has Howling Wind, both have an intense hate for humanity, result in them being a negative influence on another monster. Ah, a child no less. A child in a striped shirt.
Well, that's why I ended up a flower. Risk. This whole time, I blame myself for that decision. That's why I adopted that horrible view of the world. Kill or be killed. Now, after meeting you, Risk, I don't regret that decision anymore. I did the right thing. If I killed those humans, I would have had to wage war against all of humanity. In the end, everyone went free, right? Still feel kinda sad knowing how long it took. Maybe it wasn't a perfect decision. You can't regret hard choices your whole life, right? Well, not that I have much of a life left. That's besides the point. Risk, thank you for listening to me. You should really go be with your friends now, okay? Oh, and please, in the future if you, see me, don't think of it as me, okay?
Another thing you speculate on is with Deaths having potential Kara coding, might get a similar circumstance as this in Deltarune. Maybe it could even be Chris coming to the realization Deaths isn't someone they should keep following even because of the promise.
I just want you to remember me like this. Someone that was your friend for a little while. Oh, and Frisk. Careful in the outside world, okay? Despite what everyone thinks, not as nice as it is here. There are a lot of flowies out there. Not everything can be resolved by just being nice. Risk. Don't kill and don't be killed, alright? That's the best you can strive for. I'll see ya. Risk. Do you have anything better to do?
Maybe a little, Azrael. Maybe just a little bit. Don't you have anything better to do? A very significant line in this game. One that's more often said by Flowey Azrael at different points, describing different things. There's a lot of situations where being nice is the right answer. Yeah, but there are people who will not stop unless they're stopped. That's just a thing. They just are. Monsters you can reason with. You can run away if nothing else, but humans? Some of them that just want to do bad because they want to do bad. It's not fair, it's not right, but it's the truth.
I can't be reasoned with.
Yes, you can, Bathwater. Now, don't you have anything better to do? Almost sounds like a word at the player when they're maybe trying too hard with the game. Ah, too far. Hate this fucking shit. God damn it. Purge these creatures whose image conflicts with our own, but intellect matches us in mockery. Oh, thank you for following Undertale Sans Be Lazy. I wonder who that was. Love how Deltarune tackles a nuanced angle on this idea. It kind of puts it into practice. As early as Chapter 1, you go up against an enemy that will not stop trying to kill you. Can't be reasoned with. You have to either outlast him or beat his ass, which he deserves. Like this gameplay, Omori? I have heard that. I have heard of Omori. I've heard people theorizing about things regarding Omori. And actually, even before I played this game, when I, there was a friend I talked to about, how I love over-analyzing minor shit in games, and they said, you'd like Omori. You'd like it a lot. Wait, Omori got dark quick? Could be interesting. Pick it up when I get the chance, for sure. Hell, I'll stream it. You come across more and more of these circumstances, culminating with you fighting against an enemy in Chapter 4 that literally cannot understand the concept of mercy. Yeah? This angle means I can't frisk dance against it. I'll frisk dance here! It'd be a bit tedious to get all the way back. Well, I guess I just have to get to the river person, actually. Bum. 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 Hey, Snow Team. Parents think this game is against Christ. You're not allowed to play when this game helped you grow from your depression. Jesus fuck. They probably think I'm against Christ too, seeing as I'm... this. Hey, guess who probably one of my favorite characters in this is? Yeah, you'll be able to figure out fast. It's funny. After subverting expectations and PG tropes so much with Undertale and Deltarune, one of the most subversive things in Deltarune is presenting us with enemies you have to fight or /kill in order to survive. Or I'll say screaming to attack the Titan in Chapter 4 is a mic drop moment that's been built up since Undertale. Yeah. I mean, you can argue that Photoshop Flowey is already that. You can't talk your way out of that. You have to beat the shit out of him. You have to fight him. Hell, you have to do it with Asgore, too. It's just that you can still spare them at the end. But the Titan? They think barcodes are against Christ? Isn't that a Hobby Lobby thing? Favorite character is Alphys and your parents hate it? You are among a minority, then. Also, would not be my first guess from your name. I do like Alphys. I very much appreciate her genuine character arc that she gets of accepting her mistakes. Oh yeah. I set myself apart now. An ear piercing. Wait. Oh, you little stupid. Lump of snow with the word sands written on it, red marker. How'd he write in marker on snow? Shut up about it. Alphys is underrated. She's an acquired character because a lot of people think she's hateable due to her personality and actions. Even more so than Flowey, weirdly enough. See, Flowey, people give the excuse that he doesn't have emotions. And also because they want to excuse him because people love Azrael. Alphys is shot up to one of your favorites in Undertale, but honestly, it's mostly from Dr. Megalo. I still need to read that. There's a lot of, like, fan content I gotta catch up on. And maybe finish my own. Hopes and dreams. Tra-la-la, care for a ride. Hot land, if you would. Then we're off. Boat this time. Going the wrong direction, just like Sans. Tra-la-la, do you ever hear the old song coming from the sea? Concerning, considering what happens to Onion Sand in Chapter 4. And 2. I suppose you could say it starts in 2, but keeps up in 4, and Susie can hear it too, which is disturbing. Come again sometime, tra-la-la. Wait, again? Yeah, that's one of many instances of the river person being fucking horrific. Who do you think the river person is? Do you have any kind of theory on them? I've seen a lot of people come up with a lot of answers. I should have gone to R3, not L3. I'm much faster getting back because I don't stop to talk to everyone. Tried to trick your parents into letting you play Deltarune. Your dad legit don't know how, but he knew the music as soon as you loaded up the game. Damn. Like... you just gotta kinda live vicariously through other people playing it? That sucks. Heard someone suggest it's a gonified Ralsei in Undertale's world, combined with the theory of Ralsei being a goner. Certainly an interesting theory. Does look like the initial cloak Ralsei wears during the opening. But it implies a very sad ending for Azrael. Or for Ralsei, Blag. Ralsei already has a sad ending. I mean, Azrael does. Ralsei might too. Very situation, tough thing to deal with puritanical people who think everything they don't believe is against Christ. Yeah. Honestly, honest to God, I have seen Undertale fan content that addresses exactly this, with very puritanical humans on the surface calling out, like, hating the monsters when they come about. It's truth in television. Actuality, going off lore, Christ would be an ally of a lot of people these puritanical people despise. Yeah. Where is the loving thy neighbor? He specifically asked for it. And you go say hi to Napster look. Oh, tell him I said hi too. I already did. I'm trying to tell him he said something cool. You're looking for Mediton. Is it right? Yeah, I talked to him. You say going off lore, the Christianity lore. This is a funny way to put it. I grew up under more less strict views. I was raised largely Christian. You leave here, your adventure will really be over. Friends will follow you out of the underground. Don't leave, I'm ready. Wasn't allied with the kings and rulers. He was the protector and defender of those who the kingdoms persecuted, yeah. He's punk rock, not authoritarian. But it's worth knowing he's not anarchist either. There is render unto God that which is God's, and render unto Caesar that which is Caesar's. Yes, that New Vegas thing they say is actually a Jesus quote. Can't stand your boss's micromanaging. Not stopping you from fixing him a plate and about to run it over to him. Have to act a Nintendo fan. You like the games, you like more storytelling and music than gameplay. Anarchy, schmanarchy. Yeah. And Nintendo is just being bad recently. Oh my.
Isn't it beautiful, everyone?
And those two have seen it before. Maybe Sans as well, actually. Theories.
Wow, it's even better than on TV. Way better. Better than I ever imagined.
Risk, you'll live with this? Sunlight's so nice. The air is so fresh. I really feel alive.
Hey, Sans. What's that giant ball?
We call that the sun, my friend.
Yeah, Sans just knows that.
That's the sun? Wowie! I can't believe I'm finally meeting the sun.
I could stand here and watch this for hours.
Yes, it is beautiful, is it not? We should really think about what comes next. Oh, right. You got Switch 2 for no reason so you could fake it more? Just to your parents so they won't pay attention? Man. And his nose, not just for other reasons, also because he likes astrology. Oh yeah, that... You mean astronomy. A new challenger, you mean astronomy. I know what you meant to say astronomy. Wait till they find that one dungeon map in the first game.
Everyone, this is the beginning of a bright new future. An era of peace between humans and monsters. Frisk, I have something to ask of you. You act as our ambassador to the humans?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, Frisk will be the best ambassador. And I, the great Papyrus,
Zelda game? Ah, yeah.
will be the best mascot. I'll go make a good first impression.
Well, someone's gotta keep him from getting in trouble. See you guys.
Bye, Sans. And do I have to do everything? The virus, wait.
Hey, Undyne, wait up.
Whoops. The wrong way again. Yeah, but how wrong is it? You have to wonder, could he have gotten out if he really wanted to? Using his little shortcuts? I imagine no. Whatever power the barrier is, it must supersede whatever little trick he's doing.
Should I do something? Well, gotta go.
The side-eye. It seems that everyone is quite eager to set off. I don't think God was telling Toby what to put in the game, because that's how good it is. I mean, apparently God told him how Deltarune ends, because that came to him in a feverish vision. I don't think it's impossible. And I do understand the sort of... there is kind of a Christian theory that all art is spoken through the word of God in some degree. And I think it's a very interesting concept. Frisk, you came from this world, right? You must have a place to return to, do you not? What will you do now? I don't think Frisk does have a place to return to. Because here's the thing, I think Frisk could have been convinced to just stay with Toriel at the beginning. But I, with my literally endless determination, perhaps combined with a bit of help from a certain narrator, may have convinced them otherwise. What? Frisk, you really are a funny child. If you had said that earlier, none of this would have happened. It's a good thing you took so long to change your mind. Hee hee hee. Well, I suppose, if you really do not have any other place to go, I will do my best to take care of you for as long as you need. Alright? Now, come along. Everyone is waiting for us. Undertale, cast. Now it's time for the bullet hell. Frog it. Whimsum. As though Frisk doesn't grow up to be an angsty teen. Who knows? Mold small. Looks. Reform bully. I guess I didn't do the thing for a lot of them. Oops. Vegetoid, Migosp. Vegetoid is Toby and Temmie. That's interesting. It's usually Toby, Temmie, or... It's usually one or both. Napstablook. Spooky DJ. Nah. Papyrus by both, Sans by only Toby. Interesting. Frisk said, I want to go home if they wanted to go home. Have places to be makes you think they didn't. Special inspiration, Jayan Vital. I don't know what that is. Snowdrake by Magnolia Porter. And Icecap by Magnolia Porter. Semi-successful comedian. Gift Trot, Magnolia Porter and Toby? See, that and Toby makes me wonder if the idea for the holidays existed beforehand. Dogamy and Doggeressa by Toby? I think that's Toby actually not remembering. Still thinking about that stick. Lesser Dog Both, Greater Dog Both. Toriel was real, you'd act homeless, she could bring you home and adopt you. It's not a bad idea, honestly. Undyne Alphys, designed by Toby, armor by Temmie, fashion help by them. Alphys designed by Toby. Little peck on the cheek, and... she turns fully red. 9999. And then Undyne very casually cracks concrete. Frisk and Chris dichotomy is very interesting. You can consider them being variants of each other due to how different they are. Erin by Temmie reluctantly. She hates muscles. Holdick. Washua, inspired by Omocat. Temmie, Temmie, Temmie. Yeah, I didn't do like a full completionist run. Mad Dummy, calm down, just a bit. Shiren's taking piano lessons again. Another thing Karen and Undyne have in common. 4 9s. Metaton by Toby. And then here come the legs, darling! Bob Sparker, Sarah, and Vital. And there's Burger Pants as the bush, of course. Sundare Plane. Toby, yeah. Encouraging Space Eater. Finally confesses, but I don't! Muppet by Michelle. Want Metaton to leg lock you? I figured you would. Final Frogget. Whimsalot. I did not run into these characters because I didn't do the thing and I just didn't run into them. Stigmatism. Domineering glasses seller. Magic and Night Night. Street Magician and taking a well-deserved map. Amalgamates. Living with their families, thinking about sticks. Asgore making a bush of papyrus. Monster Kid! Oh, Trip. Are you okay, little one? Asgore still has the crown here. Toriel's got a school. Any good games like this, you need recommendations. Well, Omori came to mind, obviously. As you brought up. I think that was you. But other good games like this that are very narrative... There's a bunch of fan games you could try to do. The End, though. Did you really think it was over? Earthbound? Yeah. They already brought up they couldn't blade Deltarune. Yeah, Earthbound. Check Mother and the Mother 3 translations if you can try to get the hold of those on PC. Demon is Azel? Azrael, sure.
I mean, we haven't even done the special thanks yet. Ready? Let's end all this for good.
Bullet hell time. Nope, I've already lost. Yeah. This is very difficult, and there's a very tiny reward if you can pull it off. Where's Togor? Not real, and I'm sick of the joke, frankly. Though he's been around since 2015, the joke has, so... Just kind of exploded again randomly. Recently. I guess not randomly, with kind of the Undertale renaissance from Deltarune chapters 3 and 4 getting an explosion of popularity. Like, now that the game can finally be purchased. There's people who can do this, because you have to no-hit it to get that special reward. You know what? I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna get as many as possible, because I'm cool. I'm doing this because it's more fun. Because that sounds like an affirmative sound, you know? You know the credit sequence is gonna hit hard in Deltarune? It's going to hit me, because I'm gonna be sad, because then the game will well and truly be over. Touched credits, all at ease, yeah. All of you are to blame. Thanks to friends and family for supporting us. The Undertale team thanks you, the player, from the bottom of our hearts. Without you, all this would be impossible. Good night. Imagine the Don't Forget leitmotif hitting in the credits. Gonna bring us to tears. I'll die. I will die live on stream when I get to that ending. You're all gonna have to watch me do it, too. No one's allowed to be absent from the Deltarune ending stream when it eventually happens in, like, 4 years. You know, it'll happen just after the Deltarune 10-year anniversary. Imagine if it's the Rock Band minigame you played the ending music. That could be interesting, but I don't know. Making it a bullet hell like this feels more fitting. The end of Undertale. Now I think whatever true ending that happens in Deltarune will be a bad, sad one. Bittersweet, but not doomed. Could be. Consider my tale undered? I do. I have never considered my tale overed. Because I feel like people don't do anything with that AU anyway. Hello, doggy. That would be some Earthbound Mother 3 style of acknowledging the player as an actual entity that helped everyone along the way. Hey there, Toby. Fluffy boy or snoozy die, you gonna be in tears? I'm gonna be in tears regardless. I'm sure that something in the weird route is gonna be too far for me to finish it. I am absolutely positive there's going to come a point where I won't want to continue. Something will happen that will break my limits. Hasn't been there yet, but... I mean, with Chapter 5, by some people's reckoning, being the end of the weird route entirely, maybe that'll happen next year. And live the normal true end route trust. Hope so. Sleepy doggy. Heart to heart with Chris with Lost Girl in the background is gonna break me. Yeah. Bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 bum. On Genocide, you felt like you'd sinned, so you spared Papyrus. You are not alone. That is where, according to the community, there's not been like a huge poll, but according to like testimony, if a genocide route is going to end anywhere, it will be on Papyrus. Because people just feel too bad. They can't go through with it. Now then. Goodbye, Undertale. It really does expect you to just close there. But... let me see. Games make you feel like it's real life. It's a good trick they pull off. Now, I have one more No. Don't say goodbye just yet. I have one little bit extra we can do. Now, let me see. Little bit of extra thing can do right here. This is not how I need to do this. Should be that. Should delete this. This isn't supposed to be here. It's OBS Simulator. I get what you're going at. But, for Undertale's 5th anniversary, they released the special, all the dialogue that was going to be in the Alarm Clock app that they ended up dropping because it was, well, they needed to go work on Deltarune, frankly. But, this is let me actually see if I can get this to a squished state of sorts. Yeah. Yeah, these? Yeah, these. So, I'm going to read through these so we can get a little bit of a hint of how life turned out for them after the true ending. I think it'll be fun, and I get to do a reading stream. A little bit of one. This should fill up the rest of our time for stream. I was worried we weren't going to take this long and I'd have to start up something else, but it looks like we're fine. These are where we got some good post-True Pacifist lore, as well as character details. Yes, yes. So, to describe here, dialogue on this page was originally intended to debut in the Undertale Alarm Clock. An app that would have served as the vehicle for various humorous monologues from the characters. Development on the app is halted due to various circumstances, working on Deltarune, including asking the app developer to help with development of Deltarune instead. Yep. So rather than have the dialogue gather dust, I've taken an excerpt and rewritten it for display here. As always, recommended you don't read this dialogue until you've completed Undertale. We just have. So, we're going to go through all these, ending on Asgore. Hey, Toby. Start with Toriel. I've read these myself before, because I love them. And I'll keep doing the voices. Toriel. Winter. The most wonderful thing about winter? Oh, it has to be coming home at night, with the snow still sparkling. Getting out of the cold into a warm, warm house, which is still freezing because a dog is sleeping on the vent. Ah, well. That is what fire magic is for.
Whoa, you do that to a dog?
Leave. I love her face. Leave. No, she doesn't look disappointed. She looks happy to say it. I want to knit something for all my friends. Fin muffs for Undine. A tail warmer for Alphys. Sans the tutorial. They're all together at this moment. Like, everyone is kind of together. The implication is that the human is visiting is visiting and everyone's there. That is how it's kind of written out. Tail warmer for Alphys. A horribly ugly sweater for Sans. Mittens for Papyrus. That I suppose he can just wear over his gloves? Oh, Sans is just terrible during the winter time. There's this evil thing he did recently. He intentionally stood outside in the cold, till his bones were absolutely chilled. Horse is still a mess. It'll always be a mess. Then he said,
Ori, can we talk about something?
I leaned down to listen to him. He just put his horrible freezing hands right on my face. I'm going to start pouring hot water on him before I let him in. The winter party? Oh, we will not discuss this. Now what's that about? What do you think, Blukey? Oh, I like winter. You can go out to a great big field where it's all quiet. Let the snow fall right through you, until you're buried deep in a snowbank. I wouldn't do that if you aren't a ghost. Carol? What do you mean? Water. When it gets freezing outside, I'm feeling a little melancholy. Sometimes I like to have a cry. Winter party? They'll explain it. And watch my tears turn into beautiful ice crystals. Oh, sometimes it's so beautiful. Rode your bike in that snow we had this year? You got, the unspecified virus of unknown origin, because I want to put this VOD up at some point. Sometimes it's so beautiful it just makes me cry even more. Metaton wants to hire me for a ski resort. Crying to ice up the slope with my tears. Oh, I always wanted to do that. Papyrus gets sunglasses. Winter? Now that's my time of year. As in, it's essentially default to me. It doesn't really excite me that much. But this year was very special. We were able to put on a big holiday celebration for all our friends. Yeah, the unspecified virus of unknown origin, the one time. Luckily, they had a Wii just played that in the hospital. And 2 was in TOO. Okay. Sorry. Grammar throws me off. All sorts of people came to the party bearing gifts. For example, Undine and Alphys brought a pair of treats. Undine brought a container of her famous spaghetti. Carol, Noelle, Des, and Rudy. Say that again? Oh, you don't know then. Oh, this'll be informative for you. Which, when it was opened, seemed to only contain flames. Alphys brought a cookie tin, containing a small fire extinguisher, to wash it down with. Like 5 times every time they just put you to sleep. That's kind of the only thing you can do. Much merriment was had, gathered around the television, watching seasonal specials like Metaton Saves Santa Claus and Metaton the Red-Nosed Reindeer. As in, you didn't go to the hospital, just passed the hell out in your bed. And it worked. I noticed Asgore getting teary as he watched. He must have been stunned by the raw emotional beauty. Oh, the red-nosed reindeer Asgore has a connection to, I'm sure. I think SpongeBob is against Christ. Like, how is a sponge against Christ? I'm gonna guess it's because only humanity has the light of intelligence, so anthropomorphizing anything is against God. Of the 30-minute-long dance party in the middle of every movie. Don't say it yet. As the night progressed, Miss Toriel got very rowdy. I think she had too much eggnog. Started drawing hair on my brother's head with a marker. And singing holiday songs very loud. This was a hint that Toriel's not a great drunk. But replacing the lyrics with cursed words. She kept trying to get Alphys to sing with her, holding her little yellow arms and waving them back and forth. Exhibit A, Veggie Tales. We ended up locking her in the garage, where she fell asleep. Drunk Tory lore. She looked kind of bad just lying there, so I put a cloth over her. Some candelabras on top, to make her match the decor. At the end of the night, Sans was curled up on the couch, sleeping in his clothes as usual. Come on, Sans, you don't even have a blanket. It's dishonorable to sleep without a blanket. But he didn't hear me. I had to put a blanket on him myself. Pathetic, isn't it? A grown man getting tucked in, without even telling me a bedtime story? What a mess. Bottles and confetti everywhere. Broken eggs and spears on the floor. One of Metaton's legs, lost in the confusion. Sans had better help me clean this. I'd have a mind to wake him up. But seeing Sans sleeping so soundly made me think... We never said so, but I think he was happy to celebrate the holidays. So many friends. I can't remember the last time he was able to do that. Maybe after a day like this, he was having a nice dream. So I let him sleep. He better not expect me to clean up by myself next time. That good dream was my present to him. Next, the sensational Sans.
Winter's cool, huh? Oh, that's putting it mildly. This winter, Papyrus threw a holiday party for everyone. Pretty much set up everything himself. Honestly, I'm pretty proud of him. All I helped with was deboning the food. I removed the bones, put in the cake, the salsa, the guac dip, the punch, the... Oh yeah, I even made a welcoming puzzle for the party. Giant labyrinth made of ice, snow, and musical ornaments. To baffle and confound his friends with holiday cheer. You, had to get through it to get to the front door. I think Asgore got lost in there for a while. Undyne had to go save him. Found him huddled around a homemade fire, eating a fruitcake like it was an MRE. I think everyone else kind of came through the back door.
Asgore, you silly. Parents think FNAF is against Christ, probably because of all they know about it is child murder. I guess.
Not gonna lie, the party was kinda a mess. You know, isn't that nice? Starting something's half the deal. Nothing happens if you don't reach for the stars. Or at least that's what he's always saying, constantly. Trying to wash his hands in his giant sink.
Sans has very little to say, because he's not a very open person. Alphys. I'm not really a huge fan of winter. Days getting shorter is a huge letdown. Plus, when I get cold, I tend to start moving and talking in slow motion. Fortunately, this winter, I had a brand new, extremely efficient space heater. And a nice space to put the heater in, too. Put in a hole in the floor, then put a table over it. And cover the table with a blanket to the floor. It's really nice putting your legs underneath.
You made a kotatsu, yes.
It's more, the heat tends to attract cute kitties. By that, I mean I found Caddy sleeping under there. So yeah, Caddy drinking the milk. Alphys leaves out. Not the first time she does weird cat shit to Alphys. I guess the first time in that universe, but not in all of time. And it didn't even invite her over. Said something like, "Hey, Alphs, like, don't worry. I got you an orange." It is, just a peel. She, ate all my oranges. She had to get her stomach pumped. Cats can't, eat oranges. They really don't like citrus in general.
Next day, I heard dance music coming from under the table, with colorful flashing lights. It sounded like there was a crowd under there. I tried to sit with my legs under it like normal, but someone came out and asked me if I was on the VIP list. Actually, maybe I'll just use the fireplace next time.
Space heater? She means moi. While she was performing her regular repairs on me, she installed modifications on my rectangular form to allow me to exceed my normal hotness. A lot of things can't have citrus. It is quite acidic. Then, begged me, oh my, to hang around under her table. Well, welly well. Who am I to refuse my biggest fan? But don't think being under a table means the show won't go on, darling. What did you say? Sans under table? I like the sound of that. Theory at the end of Eltarune. You have to rewrite the world, and that's how Undertale is technically another world. I don't think so. I feel like the worlds being separate is more fun. And it also makes a lot of other stuff not make sense.
Undyne was so cute at the party, wearing the special Mew Mew cat earmuffs I gave her. And then, I don't like singing outside of karaoke, but she even hears a single verse, she can't help but join in. She's not great at staying in tune, but she puts her heart into it, and that's music to my ears. She almost makes it a contest to sing loudest. Between her and Toriel singing carols, it got pretty loud. That was one of the things that made her, we don't have to discuss this.
Mettaton. House looking barren? Tired of tacky tinsel? Why top your tree with a 5-pointed star when you can top your tree with a TV star? Try MTT brand holiday ornament. MTT brand ornament will rotate and dance. MTT brand ornament can speak several poorly digitized phrases. Warning, MTT brand ornament may destroy other ornaments out of jealousy. Warning, do not antagonize MTT brand ornament. Warning, if MTT brand ornament escapes, call the authorities immediately. Papyrus's holiday party? Oh, yes. I was just offering to Miss Toriel a sample of my MTT brand super adult winter eggnog when, out of the corner of my optical sockets, spied a certain pink-haired hussy in the kitchen, uninvited. Pouring Blukey a cup of ghost juice in the most unrefined manner, generally making an incorporeal mess all over the floor. Oh my stars. Look, darling, you can probably lift a teacup, delicately, with the tip of your high-heeled boot, then just turn 360 degrees, walk directly in front of you out the door. Oh, Mettaton and Mad Mew Mew don't get along. I wonder why. I'm sure you'll have a better time in the Mind Maze. Then, oh my. She had the absolute robotic gall to challenge me to a chainsaw duel. Please, darling, I would never engage in such barbaric activity, if it's not being recorded. But still, she escalated the situation, pouring ghost juice into my smile sensors. And it wasn't even a flavor I liked. Why do you like ghost juice so much, Mettaton? Not that I know anything about ghost flavors. The situation had gone flipsy-dipsy, darling. Though we decided to settle things as responsible adults, with bombs and various bullets, you know, I ended up so dazzled by my own moves, I hardly recall the details of the event. I remember Alphys and Undyne peeling us off the floor, my head lying on Alphys' extremely small knee. Where is Napstablook, I asked.
Not pretending to die dramatically, they left.
They left? Why? I asked, dying dramatically. They don't like fighting. Mew Mew and I looked outside. Our hands conspicuously close on the window pane. Blukey was out there, crying. Tears forming into beautiful ice crystals. I felt strange feeling, 2 of them. One, a pang of regret. And 2, I bet it would be really popular, so I could cry up ice for my ski resort. Alphys went back to the living room with Undyne, leaving Mew Mew and I alone in the kitchen. Undyne, she sure is happy with Alphys, huh, Mew? She said, forcing a smile. Yes, and Alphys, she sure is happy with Undyne, I said with a dazzling grin. Oh, Mettaton. You mess. So we stood there in silence, drinking ghost juice that neither of us could taste. Oh. Undyne time. Let's get a little lighter-hearted. Favorite thing about winter? Gotta be winter sports. Snow wrestling, snow baseball, snow football, and of course, snow hockey. I know what snow wrestling is. I'm starting to assume snow baseball and snow football are similar, the way you play them. Last match we all played was unforgettable. Me, Asgore, and Sans versus Alphys, Toriel, and Papyrus. I done having some lingering feelings for Alphys? It sounds like it. Alphys was kind of Mettaton's first friend. Back when he was still a ghost, and I think he regrets a lot of the choices he made when he first got a body. He abandoned his cousin Blukey after promising he wouldn't. He really stopped talking to Alphys. Yeah. He Asgore and Sans versus Alphys, Toriel, and Papyrus. On paper, that should be the strongest team up possible. I guess this should be pretty dangerous. Action, betrayal, teamwork, it could have been a movie. A disaster movie, maybe. Hey, what the heck are you doing in my monologue? I was the referee, darling. Ref, I did sit on the side in a super tall chair, taking selfies with giant sunglasses on. I can't help that the sun sparkling off the ice highlights my natural beauty. Natural. Anyway, it was a great match. Everyone had a blast. Alphys was running from you and yelling the whole time. Gotta tackle the person with the puck. Which got accidentally stuck to her stick from the cold? Really? I thought she was just playing really well. Bursting from the ice like a shark didn't help her either. Look, I wanted her on my team, but Papyrus chose her first. Don't worry, Alphys, I won't let you get picked last. I was going to pick her, Papyrus. I was going to. Papyrus, nice. Big Papyrus, he was on me the whole match. Almost literally. Kept tackling me the whole time. But he put on so much protective gear. He just bounced off with me with a noise like a squeaky toy. Mettaton is very protective of Alphys, too. Yeah. Almost, given Undyne a lot of side-eye for how she acted during that. He did get the puck, he'd just pass it back to Alphys. Except for once, when he passed it to Sans. Because he forgot they weren't on the same team. Sans gave it back, though. Sans? That's right, I was playing with a handicap too, you know. My teammates were barely playing. Toriel and Sans just stood in the center of the ice, slapping their hockey sticks together over and over and saying stuff like, "Is this how you play? Is this how you play?" While pretending not to understand the rules. Meanwhile, my other teammate, Asgore, ended up falling into a fishing hole in the ice, getting his legs stuck inside. I was so into the game I didn't notice, and he didn't really say anything, so anyway, I eventually pulled him out. I discover some king had been written on his behind in magic marker. Now, who did that? Eventually, Alf's got a headache and had to take a break. To watch Mew Mew's virtual streamer event, I decided to swap the teams around to something more fair. Everyone against me. They agreed. We will not lose, Undyne. We'll show you the power of love and hockey. Virus rallied his team together for a huddle to discuss strategies. Or so they thought. Ha! You left yourselves wide open. I knocked everyone down like bowling pins and scored repeatedly. Game time to reach the 3/4 point in a flash. 70 points to 0. You thought you could win? I laughed at everyone's face individually while flexing. And Papyrus looked dejected. The power of love. Was it enough? Damn it. Papyrus, I went too far. I was about to apologize to him. Suddenly Sans scored a goal behind me. He went over to Alfie's, humming, and did some kind of pointy, finger-pointy, arm-crossy dance. Always pushed him away and told him to stop being cringe culture. So yes, Sans has canonically friggin' Fortnite danced. It fits too well. And Papyrus had the puck. I was gonna steal it when Toriel tackled me from the side, letting him score. Yeah, you got guts, old lady. It wasn't too bad being pinned by something so fluffy. And so it kept going. Toriel tackling, the puck suddenly disappearing, Papyrus scoring, Sans dancing, Alphys and Asgore watching videos. Wait, even Alphys scored at one point. Alphys, I thought you weren't playing. Yeah, I just wanted to know what it felt like. Finally, only a few minutes left in the match. 100-99, bite your nails, bite your fins. It's all down to this. So we squared off on the ice. And a little white dog showed up. Stole the puck. Oh, he could catch the damn little thing. Ended up running in circles. Jittering in and out of the goal, racking up hundreds of points. Eventually, he dropped the puck in front of Papyrus, wagging its tail. And I smashed it in the sky. The puck, I mean. The dog jumped after it up into the light of the sun. And never came down. Final score?
100-99 to 255. Winner, dog.
It is worth noting that it was when Papyrus got really down that Sans suddenly just locked in and got a score. Like, when Undyne didn't notice. Does that count? So nobody won? That was the point of all that struggle. Everything seemed lost until Toriel took out a thermos. Poured everyone some warm alphabet soup. You know, relaxing on a snowy blanket next to the heater, drinking homemade soup together after a tough match. That makes you feel like everyone's a winner, right? Psych, screw that dog, I won, I totally won.
You just call me the heater. Oh, I drank some too. Even though it passed through me, it was a little warm. But best of all, there was a special message at the bottom of the alphabet soup. One that made me tear up. It was the lyrics to my favorite holiday song. Boo.
Napstablook. I don't think that was alphabet soup. Now for Flowey. Flowey the flower, who apparently did canonically leave the underground. If it feels like loading his page up. There we go. Golly, the best part about winter? Probably the beautiful white snow blanketing the ground. Completely indistinguishable from the dust of your friends. Huh? What do I want to do this year? When you grow up, what do I want this year? When you grow up, you stop wanting things for the holidays. Besides, even if you bought me, say, a bike... Nice ribbon, by the way, Flowey. Where would I even put it? How would I even ride it? Be a complete waste of everybody's time. A red bike with a golden basket. It'd be completely useless. You hear me? Useless. Alright, fine, we'll get the basket. This ribbon? Who cares who gave it to me? I haven't lost the right to be snug, have I? You're jealous. Golly, that's right, the party. They left her there. Abandoned her in the garage to rot in the cold. Her mind burnt to nothing from all the merrymaking. I think she's made so many friends. They're lucky they never saw her in the ruins. Living in loneliness. Waiting for someone to fall down. At her very worst, even forgetting to eat or sleep. Pathetic. I remember finding her and laughing at how miserable she looked, splayed out on the ground in weakness. Guardian of the ruins? Ah,
You can't even take care of yourself. And then, I don't know why, with half-closed eyes, she touched my face and said, Azriel, I'll never let you go again. And fell asleep. Idiot. Can't even take care of yourself. Why, yes, there was a time in the ruins when I had fallen asleep on the floor. How did you know that? Strangest thing was that when I woke up, I was in bed and there was a glass of water next to me.
Fakest I don't give a fucker ever. It looks like it. The theory that Flowey might one day grow a new soul, it's holding on tight, isn't it?
Always assumed I'd forgotten to get up, but long time ago, I knew someone that always filled up their glass. The liquid was just peeking over the brim. It was the most efficient way to fill it, they said. Regardless of how thirsty they were. First human lore. Because of that, my son started doing it too, and there were a lot of spills in the house. In the ruins that time, the glass was full, just like that. Recently, when I woke up after the party, the glass next to me was too.
Just sigh of ever mentioning that this certain someone is the first human. It's the only person it could be. The only person I can think of Azrael would imitate like that. For some reason, she specifically doesn't call this person her child. I do wonder about that.
I like Santa Claus. He's a nice old man that never changes. No matter how cruel everything gets, he laughs calmly and comforts the people of the world. Don't you think he's a bit like a superhero?
Little bit, yeah. I mean, in current comics, he's a superhero fighting alongside Batman.
To tell you the truth, I was never an excellent leader. But I think I might be a nice Santa Claus. Oh. Oh, I cannot fit inside the chimney. Last time I tried, I just got stuck.
I'll see. You just give your soul to Flowey, because Flowey's immortal. It's hard seeing people show love, even though you can't feel love. Oh, you're talking about Dreamer Reborn, the second ever Undertale AU, known to the entire internet, and which has a still-in-progress fan game.
They ended up drawing a face on my behind. Gee willikers. Rudy loved the holidays, you know.
Unprompted.
Around that time of year, he'd put on his glowing red nose, and we'd walk into the night together, placing presents side by side in the snow. I was his Santa. He was my Rudolph.
It sounds a little gay here too, yes.
I can still hear him tapping on his doorframe saying, "Don't forget the mistletoe, big guy." As I walk into his Snowden cottage, the warm slice of fruitcake on the table, his youngest daughter peeking shyly from around the corner. For a little while it was like another home. I knew him for a long time. Even when I first met him at Hotland University, he always called me Big Guy.
Holiday lore.
As time passed, one day, started looking older than I. I remember him saying, "Yes, I have to call you little guy now, huh?" Then he paused and said, "You always be big guy to me."
What constitutes a long time? We met him at Hotland University, so it had to be underground, but how long? He's got a very young daughter who, if we go by assumed lore, is maybe around Chris's age. Which could be anywhere, but I assume it's hard to know how long monsters can normally live. Gerson's been alive since before the war. Well, alive since the war. We don't know before. Hard to say. If he was the king? Asgor's among the oldest monsters. How and why would he be at Hotland University if he was the king? He could have been giving a lecture there. He could have just been visiting. I think it's a synchronicity because they were college buddies at Deltarune, in Deltarune, so he met him at he says he literally met him at the college, not necessarily that Asgore himself was a student.
I know why. Why, I asked him. 'Cause Gory. Bigger than me, stupid.
He called him Gory too.
And he just kept laughing. Physically bigger, idiot. What a funny man. I was there for it all. His youth, his marriage, his fatherhood. Suddenly one day, he fell down. Rudy, I was never able to show you the sun.
How sure are we that the holidays aren't another type of boss monsters? Be sure the goats are the only type of boss monsters. To be fair, we don't know. We know that the goats are boss monsters, we don't know they're the only ones. The holidays being the only boss monsters is questionable. The holidays also being them is possible. Lots of people theorize that. But Asgore mentions he was there for Rudy's youth, implying it wasn't his own youth. Maybe Rudy was very, very old, and only started aging after having kids, but I feel like Asgore might have mentioned that in this story if it were true, you know?
I was never able to show you the sun. Rudy would be happy to see our world today. His daughters get to grow up in the sunlight. The youngest one has such a kind face.
Like how he doesn't describe the older daughter at all.
I think she'll make many new friends. Isn't that nice?
Asgore, the heck you standing alone in the cold?
I finished putting out all the presents. Not much for me to do now, I'm afraid.
Plural. Yeah, we know that. I mean, we know Rudy has daughters. But why does Asgore only talk about the youngest daughter? Are you kidding? We're out to light up the tree.
Oh, of course. Golly, it's quite a large one this year. Oh.
I smashed a few together to make a super tree. I mean, it's also possible Carol could be one. We don't know. And, like, by extension, obviously, Des and Noelle would have to be them. We don't know. But it seems like something he would have mentioned here. The youngest one had such a kind face. The oldest, sure she'll turn out fine. He didn't say that.
And the oldest,
I'm sure she'll turn out fine. Yeah, he's just adding. Asgore ran over Des even in an alternate universe. He only did it in alternate universes. There's no way that actually happened in Deltarune. It just doesn't add up with the timeline.
Super tree?
Look, Asgore, matching red scarves.
Matching with who?
Me and my... Where'd he go? Alright, everyone, time to flip the switch. 3, 2, 1, lights on. Oh, how wonderful. This tree, it's beautiful.
Yeah. It's even a decorated one with lights over here.
Also, I wonder if that little comment about Sans and Papyrus having matching red scarves, wonder if that's a nod to all the fan art of Genocide Sans wearing Papyrus's scarf. That was a very common thing in fan art. It's beautiful.
Yeah, there's even a decorated one with lights over here.
Wow, that tree is also beautiful.
Possibly. Here, everyone, a cup of warm soup.
Whoa, you really filled it up, huh? Of course. It's more efficient that way.
It is, isn't it? That line. Asgore and Toriel just completely friendly, remembering Kara so fondly. No vitriol, no nothing, just the two of them, the only ones who can, as far as they know. Memorizing a child who they loved as their own in the way they know how to. Hey, everyone, let's sing carols. Oh, shall we? Don't forget the star at the top of the tree. Oh, it's a winter miracle.
Yeah, down from there.
Mew Mew, cue the dance music.
How can we sing carols to this?
Going to know if you don't try. Then shall we?
You get the original lyrics right anyway.
Alphys is weirdly, like, really, really sassy when she thinks no one can hear her.
Undine, we'll show you the power of winter. Hey, I'm on your side.
Oh, oh, oh. What a wonderful winter.
September. Did nobody notice it was September?
Yes. All that dialogue, I'm so glad that the team released it. Because it feels like such a gift to the community to know that things really did work out for them. Great brick joke, yeah. In other fan games, Papyrus wears Sans' hoodie, kind of like in this one fan game set, Papyrus, you kill Sans, Papyrus the final boss. Yeah, the famous disbelief one. That's a fun one, too. But it was very common for any fan art at all, even non-AU stuff, to depict him like that, just because it's so striking. So that makes me think that's Toby acknowledging that a little. But yeah. That whole thing, it feels like such a write-up to the fans. So many fan theories, like even Flowey coming up to the surface. Notice I was slightly off here. Yeah, whatever. Like Flowey coming up to the surface with everyone, them all staying friends, staying in contact. And it's so nice. It's such a nice little bit to let us know that after the end, everything's still okay. But speaking of the end, that is where the stream's gonna leave off. I think this was a nice one. Somewhere in a place only Frisk could hear.
It is a nice tree.
Yes, I'm gonna call it here. I'm gonna stop my little recording for YouTube here. As always, thank you so much for coming if you came. If you didn't come, you don't get a thank you. But why?